happy thing that lasts 21 months anniversary.
Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 12th of November. Hope everybody is doing well. Well done on everyone there playing some set game there. Message from our sponsor, Oni.
Just worked out that the last time I failed to make the final was July 2021.
Blimey.
The streak must live.
The streak must live. Well, only one way to continue that streak, Oni. And thank you very much for the 100 bits. But yes, that way would be by joining the game and playing Danger. Message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
I tried to sue the airline for losing my luggage. I lost my case. I see myself out, Ben.
You lost your case. Which button do I press for that? That seems an appropriate button. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. Hope you're keeping well. And welcome to the stream, everybody watching. It's time for some Danger Zone, pack written by Ramsey Fox this evening. And it's a particularly on-brand question pack, I would say. If you want to play, then you need to listen to this message from our sponsor, Stimpson's Angle. No, you don't, because that is a subscription with no message. But thank you very much for the Tier 1 sub there, Stimpson's Angle. Very grateful to you, and also to Jogging for the 21-month resub. Most grateful to you. Thank you very much for the ongoing support. So it's Danger Zone, The Mole, Spotlight, in that order. That is the batting order for this evening, and we're starting with Danger Zone as written by Ramsey. If you want to play, I focus on the right window, type in the code, HCGH. And good evening to everybody in the chat already. Clive, Shapes, Proogs, Arun, Ape, Stimpson's Angle, NPL Dart, Lupine, Lewis, Mark, AB, Me, Jers, Scorecount, Dogfish, Colo, Oni, Jogging, Vision, Innis, Samsa, Puzzle Dan, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Naked Grandma, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday evening for your regular intake of quizzing trivia. Do come join the game if you would like to play. You're starting with Danger Zone as written by Ramsey Fox. Very nice pack it is too. A little bit challenging, but not too challenging. What's a quiz without a challenge, though, am I right? Reminder that this is one of, I think, only 2 games now that doesn't have any time entry due to reasons. I've got my smart clothes on. I'm wearing a shirt and a jacket, Lupine. I like this jacket, but the trousers don't quite fit me anymore, and the waistcoat certainly doesn't fit me anymore, so I sort of have to wear it as a blazer. Maybe in Danger Zone 4 we'll get any time entry team. It could be a thing when I eventually remake it again. But this one has got sort of long-term stability built into it that number 1 and number 2 just sort of didn't have. BC, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm not planning on remaking this one anytime soon. It might get a Hackbox integration, so it'd be good in Hackbox. So yeah, it's on the agenda of things to Hackboxify at some point in the future. Quite quiet tonight. Everyone out on this Saturday night. 30 in the audience at the moment. 24 according to the on-screen counter. But you're very welcome to be here. We've got 20 players in the game so far. I'll give you another couple of minutes to come and join because, as I said, once this lobby locks, no one else can join. And you'll have to sit quietly until the mole starts in about 45 minutes. Message from our sponsor, ABMe208.
No message.
Oh, no message. Well, thank you for the 24-month subscription. 2 years. 2 years of quiz, ABMe. Very grateful to you for that ongoing support. Thank you very much indeed for the 24-month resub right there. I've got an alcohol-free cider here, but I've only just cleaned my teeth, so I'm disinclined to open it just at the minute. Might be getting a new desk. That's the thing that's happening. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream. That's about the long and short of what happened today. We went around some friends last night, stayed over, played Mario Kart till about 1 in the morning. That was quite fun. But yeah, looking to get a new desk because this one is massive. And to be fair, I'm probably going to be losing a monitor as well. I'll be going down to 4 monitors from 5. So yeah, new desk, but it's going to be one of those electric sort of hydraulic height adjustable ones, so because my posture's terrible, so I figured having the option to stand at the desk would probably be a good thing. So that's something that is hopefully coming in the next couple of weeks, and that'll be fun. 64 monitors from 65. Yeah, well, I considered briefly getting a couple of ultra wides, going down to 4 monitors and getting 2 ultra wide screens, but it's just the budget. Only my posture and nothing else. Sit on a massage ball. I think that's the thing, I'm a fidget. I feel on a massage ball I'd end up falling off it too much. Brand new Halo, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game. How are we doing for time? I'll give you till 10 past by my watch, which gives you about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to come and join. Yeah, so I'm just very aware there's no anytime entry on this one, so for programming reasons. But yeah, so how much must we donate to get it painted chartreuse? I don't know whether there's a walnut top and black legs, I think. Unless I was going for the maple, I can't remember. I put it in my Amazon basket now, so yeah, I gotta finally click the button in a bit. We've got to buy a new desk for the downstairs office as well. So yeah, I need to sort my cable management out as well on this desk. If you can't actually see it from where you are, but it's actually 2 desks that have got like drawers and cubby holes in there. There's only one little gap here for my legs, rather than it being effectively a table. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking for. Yeah, and it's going to force me to shrink down my monitor usage as well. Silent Marine, welcome to the game. And yeah, walnut the most. No, I think the legs are metal, possibly. It's just the desk itself that is walnut. Right, 40 seconds, and then we're going to lock it up. So if anyone else wants to come join, even if you just want to answer 1 or 2, now is the time to do it. And then our game will begin. 8:10, reasonably on time. Right, 20 seconds. Can't sit on a ball while wearing a blazer, though. Physically you can, but ethically, yeah, it would be an interesting look, wouldn't it? The ball blazer look. Right, locking the lobby in 3, 2, 1. Let's play. Starting off with the category Hearts, the objective of the game is to stay out of the danger zone. The faster you answer, the more points you get, assuming you are, of course, correct. At the end of the round, the 4 players who are in the danger zone will be eliminated from play, but can, of course, continue in the lobby game for pennies at the end of it, and it's 5 pennies for every question you get right, 25 questions in the game, so maximum of 250 pennies to give away. That doesn't sound right. 10 pennies per question, maximum of 250 pennies to give away. You've got help along the way, where you can either multiply by whispering M after submitting your answer to double the points for that question, or you can nerf the question, which will in this round give you a flat rate of 11 points, equal to the number of players in the lobby divided by 2, rounded down. You can use either help once per round, but not both. Helps are reset at the end of every round, but players who are eliminated will not get a help. They just have to answer the questions to the best they can. A, B, C, or D, or 1, 2, 3, or 4. Make sure you whisper it to Persephone's Twitch bot, otherwise your answer won't be processed and will most likely be deleted by a moderator. So, the first category in this pack by Ramsey Fox is Hearts. Best of luck to all 23 of you. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting off with, who sang the 1983 hit single Total Eclipse of the Heart? Was it Bonnie Tyler, Belinda Carlisle, Kim Cairns, or Pat Benatar? Everyone locking in and right quick. A few multipliers coming in here too. Remember, multiplier, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So if you've got an early answer in, the multiplier would be better. Just Samster preventing us from a perfect board of green. Innis was fastest, only second, a run third, Clive fourth, and BC was fifth. Everyone but Samster there getting it right. Multipliers used by Lupine, AB Me, Clive, Oni, Puzzle Dan, Innis, MPL Dart, Mark, and BC. Samster getting it wrong, but has still got his help available. Bonnie Tyler was the correct answer, linking the total of Eclipse literal music videos. Favourite minute worth of video of all time, and I'm not remotely kidding. Okay, Ramsey Fox likes this video. Let's reorder the board. Unsurprisingly, Sam's dropping into the danger zone early on 0. Prus, Colo, and Nekagramma also joining him there. Ennis up at the top with 46. Only starting as he needs to go on. He wants to get to the final again. He's on 44. Clive's in third on 40. Let's go on to the next question. I was in a different window and panicked. Bad luck, mate. Next question. Joseph Conrad's novella Heart of Darkness primarily takes place on which continent? North America, Antarctica, South America, or Africa? Fired, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm afraid you're just too late. This is one of those games where you can't join in the middle, unfortunately. Terribly sorry. I did leave the lobby open as long as I dared. Africa was the correct answer. Heart of Darkness tells the story of Charles Marlowe and his expedition through the jungle on a river steamboat in search of Kurtz, a prolific ivory trader who has made himself the object of worship of the local natives. Clive was fastest. Samsa was second in his third. Mark fourth. Oni was fifth. Just Proogs playing a multiplier on that one, and it was a good multiplier, doubling up to 32. That's going to help him out of the danger zone. Let's reorder the board. Innes in the lead with 67. Clive and Oni now tied for second with 63. Mark in fourth with 56. Proogs jumping from the danger zone into seventh there with a big multiplier. Very well played. Puzzle Dan and Silent Marine tied in the danger zone for now. Silent Marine with help available as well. Stimson's Angle, Ape and Naked Grandma also there. 3 questions to get out. Let's go on to question number 3. The pulmonary arteries connect the heart directly to which organ? Liver, lungs, brain or kidneys? Most of us getting that one there. It's the lungs. The lungs. Pulmonary arteries send blood to the lungs to receive oxygen, which is then sent immediately back to the heart through pulmonary veins. Most of us getting that one right. PL Jogging and 8 Minky just slipping up on that one. Samsa was fastest, Clive second, BC third, Mark was fourth, Innes was fifth. A run-shaped Samster and Jers all playing multipliers there. Good multipliers that they are. Samster doubling up to 46 there. Maximum available for what will be the entire game. 46 points. Well played, Samster. Let's reorder the board. Not enough to put you at the top, but you are into fifth now, Samster. Innes still with the lead, 86. Clive in second with 85. Oni's in third with 77. Remember, top 3 will get a little boost going into round 2. Everyone else's points will reset. Halo, Dan, Naked Grandma, and 8 Minky still in the danger zone. 3 of you have got a help available. Notably, the bottom section of the green players, who are in safety at the moment, most of them have still got a help available. Let's see if they decide to use it. Remember, you might as well use it or lose it, as the expression goes. On we go. Question number 4. In Captain Planet and the Planeteers, who was given the power of heart? Is it Marti, Wheeler, Linker, or Quam? Just out of time there. Oh, a trickier one. A lot of red up here and a few nerfs being played. Stimpson's Angle, Colo and brand new Halo choosing to nerf that question for the flat rate of 11. Clive was fastest, Lupine second, Innes third, Silent Marine was fourth, and Vision was fifth. Very well done if you did get the answer. A. Marti. Dubbed the greatest power of them all by Gaia in the first episode, the power of heart granted Marti supernatural empathy, telepathy, and the ability to speak with animals. The other Planeteers got boring control over one of the platonic elements instead. Earth, wind, fire, water, heart. No, it shouldn't have to be a capital N to nerf. Did you just? Where are you? You've used your help already. Yes, you can use one or the other. Yes, you'd already used a multiplier by the looks of it, Jers, and you can... yes, so you get one or the other per round, but not both, unfortunately. Marty was the right answer. Let's reorder the board. Innes losing his lead. Clive takes over by a single point, up to 108. Innes in second on 107. Mark now into third on 94. Dan in danger zone. Brand new Halo, Jogging, Naked Grandma, and 8 Minky must get out on this question. It's the last question of the round. 3 of them have got helps available. Could be interesting to see if they can manage it. Best of luck to you all. Here is question number 5. Swords no help strat is troubling here. You can abandon that strat, 8 Minky, if you like. Which of these tacos has heart meat as the main protein? Taco de Caesar, Taco de Corazon, Taco de Tripa, Taco de Lengua. Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. Formally. Taco de Corazon was the answer. Lengua, Caeso, and Tripa translates as tongue, brain, and tripe, or intestines, all of which you'd likely find at an authentic taco truck, along with other offal cuts. Very well done. If you got the right answer there, Clive was fastest, Mark second, Arun was third, Oni was fourth, and Shapes was fifth. Nerfs being played by Vision, Naked Grandma, and Jack. Jogging and Silent Marine playing the multipliers on that one. Both of whom were correct. Has that done enough for Jogging to get out of the danger zone? We know we're going to lose Halo and 8 Minky with wrong answers already in the danger zone on question 5. Simpsons Angle may want to look over his shoulder, and possibly Colo as well. Let's find out as we reorder the board. Colo hangs on by a 2-point margin, but unfortunately it's Simpsons Angle, Brand New Halo, Naked Grandma, and 8 Minky who end up in the danger zone at the end of the round. Up at the other end, Clive a Legend finishes top with 131, Innes in second with 123, and Mark in third with 116. Very well done, you three. You will get a little boost going into the next round. Everyone else going through, that's Oni, Shape, Silent Marine, Arun, Lupine, BC, Samson, Jers, MPL, Dart, ABME, Jack Wilfred, Vision, Jogging, Dan, Proogs, and Colo. Congratulations, we'll see you in round 2 where your scores will be reset to 0. Unfortunately though, Simpsons Angle, Brand New Halo, Naked Grandma, and 8 Minky, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Do keep playing though, because there is still a medal for Champion of the Boneyard at the end of the game. That's the player with the most questions right. You get a medal on the leaderboard, and of course 10 points for every question that you get right. Danger Zone still with 4 players in it. Brand New Halo, Simpsons Angle, Naked Grandma, and 8 Minky are in the Boneyard. Clive starting with 9, Innes with 6, and Mark with 4. We're going to reset your helps as we go on to round number 2. Category 2 is clubs, and no points for guessing where this theme is going. We've had hearts, we've now got clubs. Same drill as before, we've reset your help, so you can either multiply to double the points or nerf to get the flat rate of 9, which is 19 divided by 2 rounded down to the nearest integer. So 9 points for a nerf. You can use one or the other, but not both. Bearing in mind, the multiplier, it will multiply your points from when you answer, not from when you multiply. So if you are the first player to answer and you get it correct, but then you multiply with 1 second to go, it multiplies when you from when you submitted your answer. So if you want to have a think about how many other players have got it right, that could be a useful strategy to consider. Right, fingers on buzzers, gang. We're going to lose another 4 players after these next 5 questions. The category is clubs. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting with, what Disney-owned social network game for kids closed in 2017 after 12 years online? Club Penguin, Club Kiwi, Club Ostrich, Club Dodo. Wow, everyone but Proogs getting that one right. I have to say, I thought that was one of the harder ones in the round. I didn't have a clue. It's Club Penguin. It's the correct answer. Disney purchased the game in 2007 for a whopping $350 million, plus an additional $350 in incentives. That might be $1 million in incentives. Earlier this year, Disney forced the shutdown of fan remake Club Penguin Rewritten, because how dare we be cartoon penguins without the mouse getting a cut? Everybody other than Prue's getting that one right. Oni was fastest there. Clive was second. Not that close to your bench. Yeah, closer than I used to be. Clive was second, BC third, Lupine fourth, Vision was fifth, and multipliers being played there by Vision, Lupine, Clive, Oni, Puzzle Dan, Innes, and BC. Double points to you, very well played. With 38, Oni getting up to 38, the maximum available for the round. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. New set of players in the Danger Zone. Shapes, MPL, Dart, Jers, and Proogs. 4 questions to get out of there. Clive takes the lead once again. 45, Oni's in second, Innes and BC tied up in third. On we go. Question 2. Sorry. Nice, Jack. What is the real name of the lead singer of Culture Club? George O'Dowd, Gordon Sumner, Reginald Dwight, David Jones. That'd be George O'Dowd. Boy George is indeed a George. Gordon Sumner is Sting. David Jones is David Bowie. And Reginald Dwight is the birth name of Sir Elton John. AB Me, the only one to get that one right in the main game. Sorry, if anyone wants to beg your pardon, only want to get that one wrong in the main game. Samster was fastest there, Oni second, Jack was third, Mark in fourth, and Jogging in fifth. Multipliers played by Jogging, Prugs, Mark, Samster, and Jack, and a nerf played by Silent Marine. Looking good, lots of points. Samster picking up 38 points there, very nicely done. Yes, George O'Dowd, A was the answer. Let's reorder the board. NPL Dark, Colo, ABME, and Jers in the danger zone. A run and Shapes just 3 points clear at the moment. And all of those players at the bottom, 6 of them, 4 in the danger zone and 2 just outside, have still got helps available. So we could still see some wild swings yet. Clive's at the top with 58. Oni's got 56. Samster in third with 49. On we go. Question number 3. Hodgson B almost stung you. Boo. Or have a honk. Which of these cocktails is made with club soda or soda water? Cosmopolitan, Tom Collins, Tequila Sunrise, or a Mai Tai? Ooh, a trickier one. We split you up a bit there. A lot of green and a lot of red. Just the one blue. NPL Dart choosing to nerf on that one. No multipliers being played. The correct answer was B, a Tom Collins, listed as a variant of John Collins in the IBA. Tom Collins is made from club soda, lemon juice, and simple syrup, spiked with a healthy amount of gin. The liquor in a Mai Tai is mixed with lime juice. In a Cosmo, it's lime and cranberry juice, and a Tequila Sunrise is filled out with orange juice and grenadine. ABME was fastest, Puzzle Dan was second, Mark in for third, Samson was fourth, and Jogging was fifth. Very well played. If you did get that one right, let's reorder the board. Jers, Silent Marine, Shapes, and Colo in the danger zone at the moment. Jers, Shapes, and Colo still with helps available, as have Arun and ABME just outside of it. Samster at the top with 65. Mark and Clive joint second with 58. Oni's in third with 56. 2 more questions in this round. On we go. Question number 4. Harder if you don't drink, yeah. I imagine it probably is. Question 4. Of these 4 club movies, which is the only one to win an Oscar in any category? Dallas Buyers Club, Fight Club, The First Wives Club, The Breakfast Club? Dallas Buyers Club. Dallas Buyers Club was the answer. Won 3 Academy Awards, Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto for Best Actor and Supporting Actor respectively, as well as the Oscar for Makeup and Hairstyling. Fight Club and First Wives got 1 nomination each but did not win, and Breakfast Club was not nominated in any category. Puzzle Dan was fastest there. Shapes was second, ABME in third, Innis fourth, and Jogging in fifth. Just the one help being played there by Shapes. It was a multiplier, and it was a good multiplier, doubling you up to 36. Second fastest to answer. That's going to help you get out of that danger zone, I shouldn't wonder. Shapes, well done if you got that one right. Let's reorder the board. Indeed, Shapes launching himself up to 11th, or possibly tied 10th with Lupine and Vision, both on 52. ABME just behind on 48, outside the danger zone, but with a help available. NPL Dart a bit of a way down on 33, no help available. Arun and Pruse currently tied at the top of the danger zone with 28. Jers and Colo also in the danger zone with a help available. Silent Marine is there without one. With 19 points available for this question, it is still anyone's game. 19 or potentially 38 if you've got a help. Potentially still anyone's game. Silent Marine can get out of the danger zone with a score of 36, but it would depend on the 4 players above him. 4 players above him getting it wrong, and also him being right and fastest. Samson in the lead with 73, Mark's in second with 70, just a point ahead of Oni and Jogging in third on 69. Very nice. One more question in this round. Fingers on buzzers. Here's question number 5. Which of these is a type of antique golf club similar to a modern 9-iron? A Coble, a Niblick, a Skiff, or a Shallop? There's an oh no from BC there. Well, a lot of people are getting this, more than I thought would. ABME and Arun choosing to nerf this one. Colo and Jers playing the multiplier, both of them correct as well. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens with the points. Silent Marine getting that one wrong and in the danger zone, we know that means your fate is sealed. Yes, ABME and Arun nerfing Colo and Jers multiplying. The correct answer is B and Niblick. Before the modern numbering system, golf clubs had fun names like Mashy, Spoon, or Niblick. The wrong answers up here are all types of boat. So hopefully you were able to fathom that out from the answers. It wasn't, even if you didn't know. One more time, we need to reorder the board in this round. Let's check out your final standings. And we have got a clean finish, and it's going to be Prugs, Arun, Colo, and Silent Marine in the danger zone at the end of the round. Very bad luck to you four. You will be eliminated. But do keep answering for more pennies, and of course the opportunity to get that lobby medal as well. Screwed over by the fact that I'm not a keen film viewer and strong panicker. Bad luck, Arun. At the end of that round, Mark finishes on top with 89, Clive in second with 76, and Innis in third with 74. Very well done, you three. You will get a little boost going into round 3. And you'll be joined there by Samster, Jack, Lupine, Oni, Jogging, Puzzle Dan, Shapes, AB Me, BC, Jers, Vision, and MPL Dark, whose scores will all be reset to 0. And of course, we will refresh your helps going into the next round, but unfortunately, Prugs, Arun, Colo, and Silent Marine. Good game, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Arun, brand new Halo, and Colo, a triumvirate of crown-wearing monarchs of the Boneyard at the moment. 6 questions out of 10 each apiece. Let's see if they can hang on to those crowns as we play on to round number 3. It's diamonds. Predictability continues. Mark starting with 7, Clive with 5, Innis with 3. Everyone else in either green or red. Your scores have been reset to 0, and your helps have been given back. Remember, M is a multiplier. Will double your points after you've submitted an answer. If you're wrong, by the way, double 0 is still 0. So make sure you don't waste it. Play it when you're absolutely certain, and when you've got an answer in pretty quick to maximise its potential. Nerfing in this round will earn you 7 points. 15 divided by 2 and rounded down to 7. We're going to lose another 4 players, which means next round we will be losing 5 to leave us 6 in the final. So 4 players are going to be leaving us in this round, and 11 will go through to round 4. We've had hearts, we've had clubs, we've had diamonds, or we've got diamonds now. Very best of luck to you all. Fingers on buzzers. The category is diamonds. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting with question number 1. Who played James Bond in Diamonds Are Forever? George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, or Sean Connery? Nato, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. It was Connery. Sean Connery. Final film to star Connery as Bond, unless you include Never Say Never Again, which is a non-canonic Bond film, I believe. It starred Connery from the 80s, I think. Released in 1971, 2 years after Lazenby played Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Now you get the film question right. Indeed you do. Jogging using a multiplier there, and was also the fastest player to answer, getting a maximum of 30 there. That's going to put you in a good start. Second was Puzzle Dan, only in third, Lupine fourth, and Samster was 5th. Sean Connery is what we wanted. Let's reorder the board. Oops, focus on the right window. Yeah, no late lobby in Danger Zone. I couldn't make it work. I just spent a bit of time, and I will at some point go back and try again. But it's to do with how the things reorder. When it gets hackboxified, I might make Danger Zone 4 and get it from there. We'll see. We've got a big old tie in the Danger Zone at the moment. We need to lose 4. We've got 6 players yet to score, but it's still early days. Most players have still got their helps available as well. Let's go on to question number 2. Danger Zone real. Danger Zone. Yeah, it could be a thing. What Pokemon installment released alongside Pokemon Diamond in 0607? Sapphire, Pearl, Emerald, or Ruby? A few late multipliers coming in here. Correct answer was B, Pearl. Pokemon Pearl. Diamond Pearl were the first entries of Generation 4 and the first to be on the Nintendo DS. Ruby and Sapphire released together in 0203, with Emerald releasing 2 years after that. Well done if you got that one right. Lupine was fastest, Mark in second, Jack was third, BC fourth, and Innis was 5th. Quite a few multipliers being played on that one. Lupine, Clive, Innis, Mark, BC, and Jack. Clive, unfortunately, multiplying on a wrong answer. That is a lost help for you there, Clive. You're going to need to make up for that over the next 3 questions. A couple of nerfs in there as well from Puzzle Dan and NPL Dart, picking up the flat rate of 7. Colo, the only player in the Boneyard to get that one right. He's going to be tied with a run for the crown. Let's reorder the board. We have got a standardised Danger Zone now. 4 players in there. Clive, Shapes, AB Me and Vision. Clive, the only one of the 4 with points, but also the only one of the 4 to have used his help. Lupine's got the lead with 42. Mark's in second with 35. Jogging in third with 30. Let's move on. Question number 3. Yeah, where's Buzzer Bob when you need him? Question 3 then. Which country produced the most diamonds by carat weight in 2021? Brazil, Russia, South Africa or Canada? Need an answer, Dan? Wow. What a bloodbath. Just Jers getting the correct answer. And Vision using a multiplier. Unfortunately on the wrong answer, so that's not going to count for anything. Tricky question there. The answer was Russia. The top producer in terms of monetary value is Botswana, which wasn't an answer on there. Russia and Botswana combined for over half the diamonds produced in 2021. Canada is the 3rd highest producer, South Africa is 5th, and Brazil is 12th. Bloodbath, I'm talking about diamonds facts. Yeah, that's probably a fair point there, Briggs. Yes, it was massacre's no better, really, is it? There were a lot of people who got that question wrong. But well done to Jers, who got it right and picks up 15 points. Let's reorder the board. Scoots him up to 5th place with 2 questions to go. Lupine still with the lead. Mark in second, Jogging in third. Clive, Shapes, ABME and Vision still in the danger zone. Only a handful of helps left available. Let's see what happens when we come to question number 4. You've been blocked by Elon Musk. It's an achievement. Crotalus atrox, or atrox, the western diamondback rattlesnake, belongs to what family of snakes? Pythons, cobras, vipers or boas? There's your time up. It's vipers. They are all vipers. All rattlesnakes belong to the taxonomic family Viperidae, which includes all vipers and pit vipers, all of which are venomous. The diamondback likely has the deadliest snakebite in North America. Cobras belong to the family Elapidae, boas in Boidae, and pythons in Pythonidae. Pythonidae, however you pronounce the Latin. Vipers is what we wanted. ABME was fastest there. Dart was second. Lupine getting in third. Jers was fourth. And Jogging was fifth. Samson nerfing on that one, taking a flat rate of 7. And Jers hitting the multiplier to double up his 12 to 24. Very well played there. Let's reorder the board. And with one question to go, Clive's falling deeper into the danger zone. AB, Me, and Shapes are in there with a help left on 15 and 10. Clive's on 5, Vision yet to score. Clive and Vision, neither of whom have their multipliers left. Unfortunately, Vision can no longer escape from the danger zone because the maximum they can achieve is 15. And in fact, Clive can't get more than 20, which would not put him clear of MPL Dart on 21. Unfortunately, Vision and Clive, your fate is now sealed. Shapes and AB Me, the story isn't yet over for you, though it is going to depend heavily on what the players above you do, though those helps could come in handy. Oni also with the help available currently on 22. Lupine's got the lead, Jers in second, Jogging in third. One more question in this round. Here is question 5. Dustin Diamond played the nerdy Samuel Screech Powers in what high school sitcom? Head of the Class, Student Bodies, Saved by the Bell, or Smart Guy? Most people getting that one right. Jack Wilford slipping up. ABME choosing to nerf for that one for a flat rate of 7. Shapes and Oni both multiplying correctly. Oni was actually the fastest and Shapes was second, so that's going to stand them in good stead, 30 and 28 respectively. Samson was third, Clive was fourth, Vision was fifth. Now we know Clive and Vision can't get out of the danger zone. Shapes has taken 28, which may well put him clear of MPL Dart and Puzzle Dan. I don't know if ABME has done enough. 15 is only going to take him up to 22, and I think there was 21 for an MPL Dart, so I don't think ABME is getting out of the danger zone here. Shapes might. Is it going to be Dart or Dan who falls in with them? Correct answer, incidentally, Saved by the Bell. Dustin was just 12 years old when the first season debuted. The final season of Head of the Class starred Billy Connolly in his first major American production. Let's reorder the board. Wow! Dart and Dan, you were both safe. And Jack Wilfred with a fall from the middle of the table as the only player to get that one wrong in live play, topples into the danger zone on 26. I have not been saved by the bell. You have not. Oh, took a calculator risk, but man, like that at match. Yeah, 7 was. I don't think that was ever. Well, it may have been had the players above you both gotten it wrong, but yeah, Jack, what a fall, and you've kept Puzzle Dan in the game. 26 points drops you into the danger zone. Very bad luck, Jack. You will be leaving us in just a moment. But that is the end of round 4. Lupine finishes in the lead with 58. Jers in second with 56. And Oni in third with 52. Well done, you three. You'll get a little boost going into round 4. And you'll be joined there by Mark, Jogging, Samster Shapes, Innis, Dart, BC, and Puzzle Dan, whose scores will all be reset to 0. Run and Kolo currently wrestling for that crown at the moment with 8 points, 8 questions right each out of 15. But unfortunately, it is Jack, AB Me, Clive, and Vision who are in the danger zone. Come the end of the round, thank you all 4 of you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Clive drops into the boneyard, but immediately takes the crown off of Kolo and Arun. Jack slotting in with 8 questions right as well. But Clive sitting as Monarch of the Boneyard with 9 points, or 9 questions, I should say. So, scores have been reset. Let's go to round number 4. And it is indeed Spades. Categories for what it's worth in the reverse new deck order from my former casino's cards. Ramsey Fox giving us some insight there into where the suits came from. Lupine starting on 5, Jers on 3, Oni on 2. Everyone else in live play has been reset. We will be losing 5 players this round rather than the 4 that we've had in the previous 3 rounds, which leaves us with a 6-person finale. A reminder also that there are no boosts going into the final round. So finishing first, second, or third won't help you out necessarily. Instead, you will start on points equal to the number of questions you've gotten right, minus the number of times you have appeared in the danger zone in total. So we'll have a bit of a staggered start. 5 final questions, maximum of 6 points available for them. But that's the next round. We've got the small matter of the spades to get through first of all. Doubling your points by whispering M after answering nerf the question for a fixed rate of 5 points. 11 divided by 2 rounded down. Again, we've refreshed those helps and you can use either help once per round, but not both. So bear that in mind, please. Final round. Before the final round then, good luck to all of the 11 remaining players. The category is Spades. Let's play Danger Zone. The Maltese Falcon follows Sam Spade's search for the eponymous item, which is what? Necklace, manuscript, foreign dignitary, or statuette? Most of us getting that one. Innis, MPL Dart, and Mark multiplying, and all of them getting the right answer. Mark was actually fastest, and Innis was second. Jers in third, Samster fourth, and MPL Dart was fifth. Correct answer was D, statuette, specifically a golden falcon-shaped statue that had at some point been covered in black enamel to hide its value. Clive getting that one right and continues his climb up as King of the Boneyard on 10 points. Jack and Kolo now trailing on 9. Let's reorder the board. We have our standard Danger Zone size, Jogging on 5, Oni on 2, Dan, Shapes and BC yet to score, all with helps available, as have Jers, Lupine and Samson. The top 3 have used their helps already. 4 more questions to go, but let's go on to the second. Who is on the face of the Spade Guinea, minted from 1787 to 1799? George II, George IV, George I, or George III? How's your monarch association with years? Not bad by the looks of it. No helps at all being used there. Oni was fastest, Mark in second, BC third, Jogging fourth, and Innis was fifth. George III was the answer, called the Spade Guinea because of the distinct spade-shaped shield on the reverse of the coin. Very well done if you did get that one right. Let's reorder the board. Standard Danger Zone, but with some new people in it. Jers, Lupine, BC, Dan, and Shapes. Again, all 5 still with their helps available. Dan and Shapes yet to score. They're going to need to start getting some correct answers soon. 3 questions left. Mark with the lead of 32. Innis in second with 27. Then a bit of a gap down to MPL Dart and Samster on 14. And Jogging and Oni only a point behind on 13. That's pretty tight around that Danger Zone line as well. Jers on 12, Lupine on 11. Still lots of time for anything to happen. Let's go on to question number 3. King George III was quite absurd. Indeed, he was. Question 3 then. What umlaut-wielding band released the song and album Ace of Spades? Motorhead, Blue Oyster Cult, Motley Crue, or Queensrÿche? Most players getting this one right. Oni was fastest. Shapes was second, Innes third, Dan in fourth, and Mark in fifth. Lupine, Oni, Dan, and Shapes all multiplying and all correct on this one. So well done there on Oni getting the maximum and Shapes getting the second maximum. Motorhead was the answer. Motorhead is the only English band of the choices as well, which might have been an additional clue for you, or perhaps not. Looking at a list of metal bands with extra umlauts genuinely made my head hurt. A little note from Ramsey there. Blue Oyster Cult was Don't Fear the Reaper. Indeed, it was. Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimised by the DangerZone leaderboard. Sorry, Jack. Pain for you. Yeah, Motorhead was the right answer. Most players getting it right. Let's reorder the board. Again, all change in there. Shapes managing to get out of the danger zone, but Jogging is now back in there. Tied with Puzzle Dan at the top, though there is not a tie amongst the danger zone. We've still got our allotted 5. BC on 15, MPL Dart on 14, and Jers on 12. Still 3 players with helps in the danger zone as well, as has Samster, who's very close to that danger zone line. Mark's up the top with 39, Innes in second with 36, Oni's in third with 35. 2 more questions this round. Fingers on buzzers. Here's the 4th. Pronounce boo words. Which of these 3-letter words is a type of Irish spade? Loy, Cwm, Rhea, or Egg? Tricky old question here. Just Innes and MPL Dart getting it right. Innes first and MPL Dart second. Jers multiplying, but unfortunately on a wrong answer, so it's going to count for nothing. Samster taking the high road and playing for a nice safe 5 points there with a nerf. Loy is the answer we wanted. Cwm is a mountain basin forming the edge of a valley. Cwm Rhondda is a famous hymn tune. Well, that's the Stockhausen version. The jazz version of Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer. Cwm Rhondda, which is a Welsh word. Egg is a non-SI unit of work, and Rhea, or Rhea, is a Scandinavian rug. 8:44. Is that the sweepstake on playing the piano? It's longer than 8:44, surely. Yeah, Loy. Every day's a school day, right? Well done to Innes and Dart getting that one right, and Samster for nerfing. 1 more question this round. Let's reorder the board. Still no ties in the danger zone, but my goodness me, it is close. Lupine on 21 and out of it. Shapes on 20 and in it. Still 2 players with helps available, both of them in the danger zone, Jogging and BC, who could potentially earn 22 points from this question. It is still anyone's game. Jers can theoretically get up to 23 points with a fast correct answer, which would get him out of the danger zone. It's going to depend very much on what happens with other players above him. Innes now with the lead with 47. Mark's got 39, Oni in third with 35. I don't think there's any change there. 1 more question before we go to the final. Best of luck. Here's question 5. Oh, a late bet on the sweepstakes. Fair enough. Oh, 8:44 p.m. Oh, I'm with you. Of course, not 8 minutes, 44 seconds. In The Emperor's New Groove, David Spade's character Kuzco is transformed into what animal? A tapir, a capybara, a sloth, or a llama? Those multipliers have come in. It's a llama. The llama. BC was fastest. Innes second. Oni was third. Samster was fourth. And Jers was fifth. Jogging and BC using multipliers. BC was correct and picks up the maximum 22. Jogging was wrong and will sadly be eliminated. Concerning Kuzco. Shapes, Jogging and Dan. Wrong answers on question 5, and in the danger zone, you know what that means. You will be eliminated. Has BC... I don't think Jers has done enough. He did need quite a few points to get up to the target out of the danger zone, but has BC done enough to climb out of the danger zone on question number 5? The answer, incidentally, llama. Oh, right, the question for Kuzco. The question written about, especially about Kuzco. Kuzco's question. Almost word for word, Jack, what I've got in the trivia notes here. I think I had to get this one. Well, has BC done enough? Best of luck. Let's reorder the board. He has. He jumps up to 4th place, and it's Lupine who slips into the danger zone with just 27 points, a point behind Dart, who finishes on 28 and outside the danger zone. Very well played, BC. Left it a little bit late, a little bit scary, but you have got out of the danger zone and finished in 4th. You are through to the final. So we have our 6 finalists. Innes on 57 on that round, although these scores won't make any difference, but it's what got you there. Innes on 57, Mark and Oni both on 44, Oni continuing his streak of being in the final in every edition of Danger Zone since July 2021. BC on 37, Samster on 31, and Dart on 28. Very well done, you 6. You are through to the Danger Zone final, and we will have a chat with you in just a moment. Clive remains king of the Boneyard for now. We'll have to see if anyone's going to steal his crown as they get put in there. Unfortunately, though, Lupine, Shapes, Jers, Jogging, and Puzzle Dan, you gave it a good go, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Clive has been usurped. Jers and Lupine with 15 out of 20 are top of the Boneyard at the moment, and our 6 remaining finalists' scores have been reset. That is the number of questions they've gotten right, minus the number of times they've appeared in the danger zone. Innes and Mark on an almost perfect game here. 16 is what they're starting on, which means they've got 16 or more questions right, and they've not been in the danger zone very much, if at all. Oni and Samson starting on 12, Dart on 9, and BC on 6. All to play for then as we go to the final round. The final round is general knowledge. There is a sort of hidden theme in this round. It's not particularly pertinent to the questions, but I'm going to leave it as spoiled for now. If you spot it, please keep it to yourself. I will ask at the end to see if anyone spotted the hidden theme running through this final round of 5 questions on general knowledge. So, battle for the top of the Boneyard. Jers and Lupine in pole position at the moment, 15 points each. Clive and Jogging with a 2-point deficit they will have to make up if they want that crown and the lobby medal, or the Boneyard medal. Innes and Mark starting off with a sizable advantage here, but again, no multipliers and nerfs. It's just down to the questions. 6 points if you're the first to answer correctly, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Which means if all 6 of you are correct, the slowest player will not get any points. Maximum of 30 points available over the gamut of this round, so it is still very much anyone's game. I wish you all the very best of luck. Final round is general knowledge. Let's play Danger Zone. Oh yes, thank you 8Mickey. Do not spoil the potential theme, but I will ask you at the end. Starting with, the Los Angeles Sparks and Las Vegas Aces are professional women's teams in what sport? Tennis, volleyball, basketball, or soccer? Just Mark and Samster getting this one right. Mark was fastest, Samster was second. A few in the Boneyard getting it, but not many. Correct answer was basketball. So I was reading the notes from Ramsey here. I decided I'd play nice and not included a trappy question or game besides maybe South Africa and Diamonds. Is it too mean to set one question with deliberate trap answers in the finals? No, really, I can change it if it is. It's completely fine. Basketball was the answer that we wanted there. Well done to Mark and Sams for getting that one right. Let's reorder the board. Yeah, there's the klaxon. The klaxon noise. Mark at the top with 22, Samson moves into second with 17, Innes on 16, Oni 12, NPL Dart 9, BC on 6. Jers and Lupine hanging on to that lead for now, as we go to question number 2. Oh, Lupine with the mistype, bad luck. What is the largest city in the Australian state of Queensland? Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne or Perth? Dragon, welcome to the stream. You spotted the theme, well spotted. Keep it to yourself for now. We'll ask you all at the end. Only the fastest here. Innes second, BC in third. Very interesting. Mark and Samster, who got the first one right, getting that one wrong. Let's have a look. Oni was fastest, Innes second, BC in third. And Lupine getting this right in the Boneyard. He is going to take a solo crown in just a moment. The answer is B, Brisbane. Perth is in the state of Western Australia. Adelaide in South Australia. And Melbourne is in Victoria. Let's reorder the board. Oh, it's close. Mark's still got the lead, but only by a single point. Innes 1 point behind on 21, Mark on 22. Oni's got 18, just a point ahead of Samson on 17, BC on 10, Dart on 9. Still 15 points available in this round, so NPL Dart could still take the lead with 24, though it's going to require some wrong answers from the players above him. Let's see what happens as we go to question number 3. Very nice, Arun. 18 points, sorry, am I miscalculated? What is the volume in litres of a cube with 10 metre sides? 1 teralitre, 1 gigalitre, 1 megalitre, or 1 kilolitre? Yeah, sorry, there's still 18 points available. That's me not adding up properly. Most getting this one right. Mark and Oni faltering here. Samster was fastest for 6. BC getting 5. Innis getting 4. And Dart getting 3. The answer was C, 1 megalitre. A cubic metre is 1,000 litres. A 10 metre cube is 10 by 10 by 10, which is 1,000 cubic metres for 1 million litres, which we would call a megalitre. Well done if you got that. Lupine hanging on to the Boneyard crown as well. And let's see what happens in our main game. Let's reorder the board. Mark slips down to 3rd. Samson jumps back up to 2nd, but Innis takes the lead. 25, 23, 22 for those top 3 players here, with 2 questions to go. 12 points still up for grabs, which means NPL Dark can now only hope for the silver. 24, his maximum available score. BC could still get 27 and take the lead. So it's still wide open for the players in 5th and above. But all eyes are going to be on these top 3 as it's very, very close with 2 questions to go. Question number 4 coming up now. Have a look at this. Who won both a Tony and an Oscar for playing King Monkcut in The King and I? Jose Ferrer, Rex Harrison, Joel Grey, or Yul Brynner? Was Yul Brynner. All won both an Oscar and a Tony for the same role, which only 11 have ever done. Ferrer as Cyrano de Bergerac. Bacharach, possibly. Harrison in My Fair Lady, and Gray as the MC in Cabaret. Samster tripping up on that one. Mark getting 6. He's going to try and press an advantage into the going into the final question. BC picking up 5. Innis getting 4. Only 3rd, and Dark getting 2. Plenty of players in the Boneyard getting it right. So Lupine is going to be crowned at the end of this, but whether it is on his own or shared with someone else remains to be seen. Let's reorder the board. Innis still has the advantage on 29. Mark in 2nd, just a point behind on 28. Samster can only hope to tie for the gold medal, currently on 23. Oni can only hope for a bronze medal on 21. Likewise, BC. And NPL Dart cannot achieve a medal at this point. So it's all going to come down to this question. Innis has got the advantage. Cylinder ball sack. Innis has got the advantage as we come to this final question. Good luck to you all. Here's question 5. And welcome to the stream too. Good to see you. Question 5. Which painter was dubbed Jack the Dripper by Time magazine? Jackson Beardy, Jack Vetriano, Jack Levine, or Jackson Pollock? It's Jackson Pollock. Despite being meant squarely as an insult, original Pollock drip paintings now sell for tens of millions at auctions. Jack Vetriano famously painted The Singing Butler, but was born in 1951. Jack Levine was a painter specialising in social realism and satire, and Jackson Beardy was an indigenous Anishinaabe Canadian painter. So Mark dropping the ball at the end there. Samster picking up 6, but Innis getting that one right means he is going to cement the gold, getting 5 points there. BC picking up 4, NPL Dark getting 3, and only getting 2. We're pretty sure Innis is getting the gold. I'm fairly confident Samster's going to get the silver. Has Mark thrown away a chance at a bronze medal? Has it been overtaken by anyone else? Let's, one final time, reorder the board. He's just hung on. BC climbs up to 4th and no higher, finishing on 24. So at the end of the game, Lupine is crowned King of the Boneyard with 18 out of 25. Very well played. You'll get your lobby medal. And of course, everyone who played 10 points for every question you got right. Thank you all very much for playing in the Boneyard. In our main game, though, 6th place goes to NPL Dart with 17. Oni gets 5th with 23. BC gets 4th with 24. Our bronze medalist is Mark with 28. A point ahead, picking up the silver with 29 is Samster. But our Danger Zone champion tonight with a massive 34 points, it's Innis. very well played. Innes, gold medal going your way. And clocking in at 47 minutes from locking the lobby. I think that's probably about the speed Danger Zone should be. It should be snappy with quick bits of trivia in between and a quick scan of the board periodically. I hope you found the pacing good. I was making a point to try and rapid fire through it. And Dragon is going to tell us, and if MPL Dart hasn't been a... Yes, indeed, you've both got there. You take those 5 cards and put them in the same suit. You, of course, have a royal flush. Can't have a cards theme, and this is Ramsey's words, can't have a cards theme without a royal flush at the end, no? Or at least a Broadway straight. Massive thank you to Ramsey Fox in absentia. I think he said he wasn't able to be here live, but... in Ramsey in the future on the VOD, as you say you were going to watch the VOD. Thank you very much for a really, really nice question, Pat. Very well pitched, lovely theme, and it's resulted in a really fun game of Danger Zone with some wild swings, a couple of upsets, and a gold medal going to Inca. Very well played, everybody, indeed. So that's the end of the first game tonight. It's just before 9 o'clock. We're going to have a short break now, and then we're going to have a last-minute edition. It's the new and hopefully final version of The Mole. New questions written by me. You will need a microphone. You will need to be in the Discord to take part in this game in the hot seat. And you will need to potentially be able to lie through your teeth to your colleagues. So if you fancy playing The Mole with this new graphical look, a couple of changes to the gameplay, and a brand new question pack from me, do stick around. Hopefully final version of the game, because it's undergone a number of changes. New build, not last time. No, not the last time we'll play it. No, I really like The Mole. I think I want it to be a firm favourite. But we need to get some people in to play it, so look forward to that. Kursuke, welcome to the stream. If you just want to play along in the audience game, that of course is fine as well. Thanks again to Ramsey Fox. Congratulations to Innes. You are our Danger Zone champion. I will see you for The Mole in just a few minutes' time. And don't go away, because after the break, it's The Mole coming back for its third and hopefully final pilot episode before I'm happy with the build. Discords and microphones will be required if you want to play in the hot seat, but if you want to just play along in the lobby game for pennies and banter, that's all good as well. If you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts, but don't worry, we won't start the next game without you. Hope you enjoyed Danger Zone. Stay right there, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. welcome to the mole. The new look mole. Hopefully this is a little bit more on brand to go in with the font and the music than it was previously. Yes, this is the mole, new studio. Hotel lobby. Arun said he thought it looked like a museum. I kind of like this wood effect since I discovered how to do texturing on texture faces on TextMesh Pro. Oh, sorry, I'm having a cookie. Homemade cookie. Oh, very nice. There's Walls MDF. No, it's I'm not sure what it is actually, but basis off my drawing room. Yeah, very much so. Oh yeah, much better effect. I mean, I like the colours and I like the emission stuff, but yeah, this works much better. More mute than Google that. Yeah, I think it works much better for the style of game we're after. There, I put little wooden rings around the lights on the ceiling as well. So thank you, NPR Dot. A lot of steampunk, yeah, and there's a little bit of smoke and stuff coming as well. So anyway, if you want to play, there's a few tweaks to the rules, which will be on the rules page as well. I've also given you an exclude button if you don't want to. So rather than just waiting for it to re-roll, it won't pick you at all if you select to exclude. But if you press the exclude button on Hackbox, then I can't undo it. The only way to get around it would be to join with another account. So don't exclude unless you're 100% sure that you want to exclude. I do need at least 5 players before the game will allow me to start. Unexcluded players, that is. Yeah, make sure you go to Hackbox. You will need to verify your account. You'll be sent a little 6-character code that you then need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot that will verify your account and allow me to pull in your avatars and also iterate any pennies that you win. It's just a sort of authorization thing so that I know who it is. So you can have any name you like as your Hackbox name, but your account must whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If you want to play the new look The Mole, and I really need to update the button on my Stream Deck as well because it's got the old logo with the blood splatter on it still. Go to Hackbox and type in this code. KSDZ is what you need. I want another cookie now. They're so Moorish. Invalid validation code from the Lupine one now. Try again, Lupine. Invalid code from Jogging. Try again. Oh, hello. Aha, we've got some nice fake names coming up here, which is lovely. So you don't need to join with your Twitch name if you don't want to. It can be any name you like, and your text of your name will go red if you have pressed the exclude button. A couple of invalid codes coming in. Lupine, Jogging, and Naked Grandma. Oh, you entered the room code in the bot, right? Fair enough. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, come join this game. Make yourself red if you want to exclude, or exclude, like, make you... You'll go red if you want to exclude. Sorry, I've got to go get another cookie. They're so Moorish. Right, I've got 3 cookies. It'll keep me going. These are my own homemade cookies. These are not the chocolate chip ones, and they're so Moorish. Big fan. This has got anytime entry, so if you want to join halfway through, you're allowed to do that. Mole Enjoyer. Welcome to you. Oni, are you having trouble getting in? Uses one as a hat. What? One of the cookies as a hat? There you go. I don't want it to fall on the floor. Yeah. I'm really getting into my baking at the moment. Enjoying it very much. I use 2 as a hat. I use 2.5. That's all I've got left. How's that? Jack, you tried to join the game twice. You're already in. I've actually changed the font proofs. Homemade coup. I wonder who this could be. Right. You'll need to open an incognito or a private browsing window, Jack, to do that. So yeah, you can't, without me restarting the game, I can't undo that at your end because it stores, Hackbot stores it in the browser cache. I should be in, but my name's not showing. Yeah, it says it's having problems validating you, Oni. It said invalid validation code received from Oni. Yeah, I'm not seeing you there. Oh, there you go. Yes, I now see you. Oh, you got the code wrong. Fair enough. Right, there are 9 valid players potentially coming into this game. So, I will lock it up. We've got Clivy, Ralph, Agent M, Arun, Shajeps, Dart, Plujogging, and Arsehat potentially up for grabs here. So, any one of you could come into the game. How this will work, when I lock the lobby, it'll send you a choice of characters. If you don't pick one after 10 seconds, it'll re-roll to somebody else, okay? So, yeah. Pick one within 10 seconds if you want to be in. So many people looking for validation or invalids. They still look like an... Well, this is a font. This font was actually created by our very own Oni, to whom we're very grateful, and he's now actually got a credit as well. So, right. Enough jibber jabber. Let's lock this lobby and play them all. So, I'm going to send out some requests to some people. Pick a player if you want to come in. There's Clivy, aka Clive the Legend. There's Ralph, aka the Lupine One. Dart, aka MPL Dart. There's PL Jogging, aka PL Jogging. And Arun, aka Arun Aromatic. Welcome to the game. Well, if you 5 would like to make your way down towards the green room, Cola will do a bit of a sound test, and then we'll bring you into the game. So, Clivy, Ralph, Dart, Jogging, and Arun. And look at Twitch and Hackbots working side by side. That's so lovely. So, if you're playing along in the audience game behind the scenes, it's more or less the same game for you. You just don't get your own avatar. Yeah, it's had a bit of a lick of paint and a change of decor, Not a Cat. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. And don't forget, we have still got Spotlight coming up a bit later on as well. So, do stick around for that. I haven't seen Spotlight for a little while. Yeah, Excuse just definitely makes it much snappier character. Like, yeah, if people just want to play in the background, then I thought 10-second auto recycle would be some way to do it. But actually, yeah, it's much better just to give people the option at the head of the game. I've got some players. Good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Nice to have you with us. Clive, first of all, hello, Clive.
Hiya, Ben. How's it going?
Very well, sir. And yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Have you seen the mole before?
I saw about half of one round, and then I got off work.
Okay, fine. Well, into the hot seat tonight. Are you feeling particularly devious?
Oh, no, I'm such a good boy, Ben. You know that.
I'm very glad to hear it. Best of luck to you. And Ralph, welcome to the mole.
Good evening.
How's your social deductioning?
Well, I was remiss there earlier this week and got busted.
Aha! So you've been busted once this week in something similar already. Are you hoping that is not going to be a trend that's going to continue, I'd imagine?
I hope not.
Well, very best of luck to you in the mole this evening. And we've got Dart. Hello, Dart.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Good to have you with us. You familiar with the mole?
I've seen it played on VOD.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you feeling particularly pernicious tonight and feel like you're going to outfox your rivals?
Goodness, no! I'm Canadian. We're nice and polite. You don't want to know what they do to us if we're not.
This is a very good point. Also, the 3rd largest exporter of diamonds, if memory serves.
Apparently so. I didn't know that.
that's a new thing for us. Welcome to the game, Dart. Lovely to have you here. And Plujogging, a.k.a. Plujogging. How you doing?
I'm doing, thank you. Pronunciation 100% spot on, thank you.
Okay, apologise. No, make sure I go with that. get my pronunciation right. We want to mess that up. How was your social deductioning? Have you got much experience in this field?
I'm reasonably good at lying. Through the history has told me. So,
well, of course, you're not going to do that this evening, are you?
if I'm the mole, then I have to lie. So I mean, it's kind of...
Okay. If you want to give away the game strategy, that is the sort of game strategy, I suppose. Great to have you here, Plajogging, and best of luck in the mole tonight. And Arun,
Hiya.
How you doing?
Hi Ben. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, ticking along. How go the Scottish Dales? Do you have
The
Dales?
Scottish Dales.
Do you have Dales in Scotland? I don't know.
Yeah, they're fine.
Good.
The Scottish Dales
Have you
exist.
Have you seen the mole before? I'm pretty sure you have because you helped me design it. Redesign.
Yeah. What I've watched, both for so far.
Well, I have to say, just for full disclosure, Arun was one of the big architects of some of the new changes from Pilot 2 to this one, so should have a very good knowledge of how the game is played. But don't worry, we're going to do that. Well, we will give that knowledge to all of you. The critical change is that the tiebreaker no longer favours the mole if the mole is tied in last place. But there's some other changes to the scores, and I will explain them now as we look at how to play. So, gameplay takes place across 3 rounds. Each round has got 5 multiple choice questions, each worth 20 points. At the end of each round, one player will be permanently eliminated from the game. At the start of each round, one player is secretly assigned as the mole. Now, this player will be given different answering options from the other players, i.e. correct or incorrect. They'll also have the options displayed for them so that they can make a reasonable assertion as to whether it's obvious that they'd know that or not, but the options for correct or incorrect will be at the bottom. This makes their game significantly easier, certainly in terms of getting questions right. At the end of each round, all players secretly vote on who they think the mole is, that is after a certain amount of discussion. If a clear majority identify the mole, then the mole is eliminated. Otherwise, the player who got fewest questions correct in that round is eliminated. In the event the scores are tied, the player who has spent the longest answering will be eliminated. So the slowest player, which would probably have been an easier way to have said that, but never mind. Any players who fail to identify the mole will lose half the points they earned in the round. That's why the boost is there for 20 points per question. The mole is reselected each round regardless of the outcome, though a player may be selected more than once. The 2 players who remain at the end of round 3 will progress to the final. So the major change here, you get 20 points per question, and the reason it's not 10 points and then doubled is because the mole has to have a chance to earn the same number of points as you. So even if you are completely safe at the end of the round because you've got a high score and you know you're not the mole, you still need to try and identify who the mole is. It also means that the player who is last, typically you wouldn't think that player is going to be the mole, but if they are and they outfox you, then you're going to lose some points as a result. So bear that in mind. David, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. I hope you're all clear on the rules. Any questions, fire them in my general direction along the way. There will be an opportunity to discuss. I will prompt you to have a chat with me, but feel free to chat with each other at the end of each question. So during the question period, I would ask you if you could mute your microphones. That would be very kind. Those are the rules. And a message from our sponsor, Digital David.
I don't think it's been a whole month since I was last here.
I don't think it is either, but I'm very grateful to you for the 27-month subscription there, David. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy the mole and come and join us if you like. That's how to play. Let's play the mole. So, we're starting with round number 1. Clivy, Ralph, Dark, Plajogging, and Arun. One of you is going to be selected as the mole, and I will remind you and the viewers at home, I do not have any idea who the mole is. It does not debug to my console anymore, so I am as in the dark as everybody else. Pay attention to the questions being asked. Have a think about who is getting what right and what wrong. The questions sort of get harder across the rounds, but broadly speaking, in the first 3 rounds, you are going to get 5 questions on the following topics: the pub, the Messiah, birds, cake, and lost. Those are your 5 buzzwords for the 5 questions in each round. Lowest scoring player will be eliminated unless you can ID the mole. clear majority needed. So in round 2, that will mean 3 out of 4 of you will need to ID the mole. The first thing we need to do, though, is select a mole. So why don't we do that? Let's re-roll the mole. The mole has been selected, and their device will now show that they are the mole. They will only get correct or incorrect. They can choose which ones they get right and which ones they get wrong. At the end of the round, you're going to have to decide which players are playing a very different game and which ones have got their answers sneakily rather than through honest means. The border on Pljogging's voting thing is not quite right, and I don't know why. And that's going to annoy me, so I am going to fix it before this continues. Vote border should be that. Does it need to move forward? Oh, God, no, don't do that. Maybe the whole board needs to come forward. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, and actually, all three of those boards need to move forward, don't they? Sorry, it's just something I've just spotted. I'm going to correct it now, otherwise it's going to forever annoy me. And probably Pljogging as well. There we go. Oh, and the pit board too. Come on. There you go. Right. So, fingers on buzzers, my friends, as we go to round number 1. And here is the first question. If I went to the pub and ordered 3 pints of lager and a J2O, approximately how much liquid would I have? 2 litres, 2 gallons, 2 cups, or 2 fluid ounces? Is all players locked in? And 4 out of 5 of them getting that one right. 4 players were correct. Just Clive getting that one wrong. Let's go on to the next question. In one of the most famous lines from Monty Python's Life of Brian, he's not the Messiah, he's what? A very naughty boy, a prime rapscallion, a treacherous young man, a godforsaken ne'er-do-well. All players locking in. Incidentally, in the audience game, if you're playing along at home, the same rules apply to you regarding identifying the mole. If you do identify the mole, you get the 20 points per question. If not, it drops to 10 points per question. So do your best to identify the mole. Pay attention to who's getting what right and what wrong. He's a very naughty boy. All 5 players getting that one right. Nicely done. So we move on to question number 3. What word is traditionally used to describe a group of ravens? A murder, a tropic, an unkindness, or a flange? Oh, what a beautiful chord. Making beautiful music, so you'll laugh. And all 5 getting it right. It's an unkindness of ravens, whereas it's a murder of crows, a flange of baboons, although I think that was a story made up by not the 9 o'clock news, and a tropic is just another word. On we go. At the halfway point, only Clive to have dropped 1 question so far. Everyone else is on a perfect game. Who do you think is operating on more information than they should have? Let's go to question number 4. What foodstuff can usually be found as a central ingredient in a Dundee cake? Cream, jam, marzipan, or almonds? Is flange an official term now? Nice. Oh, not so high score in there. Just 3 players getting it right. Clive, Ralph, and Pljogging. Dart and Arun getting that one wrong. Bad luck there. Let's go on to the last question of the round. See what this does for you. Question number 5. The epic poem Paradise Lost was written by whom? Is it Immanuel Kant, John Milton, Jeremy Bentham, or Dante Alighieri? Tadaro, welcome to the stream. All 5 locking in and very quickly as well. And that's time up, and all 5 were correct. It was indeed John Milton. So, that's the end of question 5 and the end of the question phase of round 1. So, not much separating you here. We've got Clivy, Dart, and Arun all on 80. Ralph and Pljogging both on 100, if they can identify the mole and are not the mole themselves and are not eliminated themselves. So, before I open up the floor to conversation, we need to find out who is going to be going home if you can't ID the mole. Clive and Arun, are the low scorers, but one of them will be breaking the tie. It won't be on bank because they're both on 0, but one of them will have been slower than the other, and that player is... as is Dart as well, in the middle. Dart was the slowest of the 3 players on 4 correct answers. So, if you can identify the mole will be going home. If you cannot, or 3 out of 5 of you can identify the mole, if you cannot, then it's going to be Dart that's going home. Dart, how does that feel, fighting for your life at this early stage?
Pretty typical. I mean, throughout the entire game in Danger Zone, I was almost eliminated because I'm slow. I just don't answer questions quickly this way.
What happened on that 4th question?
The 4th question was the Dundee cake, and I've just never heard of it. I mean, I just guessed and didn't get it.
It didn't go well for you. Well, we'll have a chat with Ralph. Ralph, a perfect game there. Was that... I mean, you're a very knowledgeable individual, it must be said. But
That
did you have a hand?
Through honesty.
That was what, say again?
Through honesty.
Through honesty. Well, I mean, that's what we like to hear. So you were very confident on all of the... you're familiar with the very naughty boy.
Yes.
And jogging, strong game from you as well. 5 out of 5, no drama. You must be feeling quite confident, or are you feeling a bit guilty?
It ruins the mole. No, I'm feeling good. Yeah, that went well.
It certainly did. 5 out of 5 is good.
I can't. There's not a lot of information to go off to try and discern who the mole is. But
this is true, but I mean, you're very quick to try and cast some shade on Arun. Arun, what have you got to say about that?
Jogging some more. I think that was an okay round for me. There. I missed the Dundee question wasn't great.
It's a shame, given you're from that particular neck of the woods. Well,
I don't associate with Dundee.
Fair enough.
What happened was I saw jam in relation to a Dundee question and just assumed it would be jam. It wasn't.
No, it certainly wasn't. It was very much almonds. Clive, a bit of a shaky start on that first question, but you found your footing after that. What happened with the pub question?
Like most men, I tend to think things are bigger than they are.
You thought it was 2. You thought it was 2 gallons, did you?
Yeah, I'm not great with measurements. I couldn't visualize it.
Well, you're not.
Afterwards, I'm pretty happy.
It did pick up, and say you're not in jeopardy. So fast answering there, obviously helping you out. Would anyone like to cross-reference anyone else? Because there's not a lot to go on. But the mole is going to be thinking, I really want to get rid of Dart at this point, so I need to evade suspicion. I wonder if they're going to do that. Any cross-referencing want to happen? Feel free, have a chat.
Arun, I know I mentioned it before, but I don't really believe that you're the mole, but my family are based in Dundee, and I feel like your comments are very disrespectful of the jogging name.
Cool, I'll stick by it. It's Dundee.
Jogging and having bickering amongst themselves, accusing each other of the mole, when I'm out here thinking it's Clivy.
Why
You think it's Clive?
Why?
Because he got the first question wrong, and then he had to play catch-up to try and, play catch-up.
Why would I get the first question wrong if I...
Yeah, how much do you think's in a pint, mate?
It was.
He's American, so
big,
I can... Actually, he's American, so I can probably let him off not knowing about the metric system.
Well, I mean, Lupa... Sorry, go on, Clive. Go.
I just feel I need to defend my honor. I'm vaguely aware of the metric system. I just... Pints are quite big, aren't they? I thought I could picture myself pouring those into a couple gallon jugs and it vaguely filling up to that sort of level.
Aren't pints imperial, come to think of it?
Yeah, pints are imperial.
Yeah, they are.
Pints are imperial and so are gallons, which is the answer he said he gave.
Yeah.
So, yes, pass it. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's just Ralph trying to cast aspersions on other people. It's 5 out of 5. You've got to be pretty high on the suspect list here, Ralph. Anything you'd like to say in your own defence?
That I'm king of the boneyard.
You are indeed king of the boneyard. That is a precedent that goes before you. Well, I will ask you each once. Clivy, are you the mole?
Nope.
Ralph, are you the mole?
Nope.
Dart, are you the mole?
I am not the mole.
Jogging, are you the mole?
It says on my thing, end of round 1, so I couldn't tell you.
Arun, are you the mole?
I'm not the mole.
Well, one of them is, well, actually, potentially none of them is like here, given Plajogi's answer, but I'm going to let you decide whether you're playing in the audience at home or you are one of our hot seat players. You must now vote for who you think is the mole. 15 seconds to get your vote in. You can't vote for yourself. It will show you how many they got right on your pressy button as well. If there is a clear majority among our hot seat players, if 3 out of 5 players correctly identify the mole will be going home. If not, it will be Dart. Best of luck to you all. Who do you think is the mole? Now you've all voted. And we're going to find it out now. The votes are in. We'll look at the audience vote in a bit. Proves that as you wrote that into suggestions, Proves, by the way, which I've got open on another window, I was thinking, it'd be really good to have that overlay where it shows who's talking, and I've got one from when we did Would I Lie to You, so I will make sure I get that in for next time. So, one of you's about to go home. It could be Dart, it could be the mole. We first of all need to see, and Dart's going to be hoping that there is here, is there a consensus? Who did you vote for? There is no consensus. The mole has evaded detection. We've got Clivy receiving 2 votes, Ralph receiving 2 votes, and Arun receiving 1 vote.
Clive, what are you doing, mate?
Jogging's got quite a big family, I hear, and I'd like to be in with as many people as possible. So,
well, unfortunately, Dart, it does mean we have to say goodbye. We couldn't agree. But it'll be some scant consolation for you as you're eliminated. Those who didn't identify the mole will only get half as many points as they would have done. So, let's reveal who is the mole. It was Clive! It was Clive all along. Oh, Clive, you very nearly got rumbled there. Plajogging and Ralph are we're on to you.
it's quite irritating because I played it honestly. I knew the last 4 and I didn't know the first one.
So it's just an honest game.
I thought for sure I would be unnoticed with 2 5s there.
Well,
doesn't matter.
The questions do get harder as the game goes on. And it says here that you were the next closest, actually, on your response time. Only 3 seconds faster than Dart had spent answering. So it could have been you for any number of reasons, but...
I kept trying to tap the actual answer and not the correct and incorrect one.
Yes, that is a thing. That is something I have got floating around in my brain that I think I need more people to be the mole so that I can determine this. But it might make more sense to put those buttons up at the top and then the unclickable answers at the bottom. But that's a relatively quick change. Clive, you have evaded detection, which means you will bank your 80 points that you got there. And Jogging and Ralph, you did identify the mole, which means you will keep your 100 points that you banked. Arun, you didn't identify the mole, which means your points are going to be cut in half down to 40. But unfortunately, Dart, you're not going to get any points. But please feel free to carry on in the lobby game. Just before we go, let's see what the audience made of that as well. Yeah, Clive, you did have the majority of the audience's vote there. 45% of you in the audience thought Clive was the mole, and you were right. Topper, welcome to the stream. If you did vote for Clive, then you will get to keep the 20 points per question that you earned. If not, they'll be cut down to 10 per question. So, Clive was the mole, but he lives to fight another day. Dart, thanks for playing, but you didn't do as well as the others, so... Oh.
Whoops.
You're
I live!
still here. How did that happen?
Oh, Ben's the mole, it turns out.
It says in my log, Dart has been eliminated. How has that happened? Clive, you've been eliminated. I don't know how. I haven't even touched that part of the code, so I've no idea how. Right, let me have a quick look. Hold the phone. I don't know that I can bring you back in at this point, Clive. So I'm going to have a little look and see what's happened there in the voting control. I'm about 90% sure I didn't touch anything in that particular area of the code.
Did you touch something to do with that bit of the code?
No, I didn't touch something. I forgot to take out one line.
Oh.
So there's three places in the code where it has to get the order of players, and in the old code, the mole was the priority to be eliminated if they were a low scorer, a tied low scorer. And I've taken out that line everywhere except in the part where it eliminates the players. So all my debugs are correct because in the other places it's got on the list right, but here, if for today, if the mole is the low scorer and the tied low scorer, the mole still takes priority and is eliminated. And I don't know if I can take that. I can see exactly. I've opened up this class to that particular line. And I don't know if I take out this line, it might just break everything. And I don't really want to go again from the start. I haven't got a shortcut. No, I haven't really got a shortcut, and so this is going to be a mess. The game was a mole all along. The plan is that the mole shouldn't be eliminated if they're tied last. But mole, if you are the mole moving forward, try not to be tied last, is all I can say, because the logic is still running by that rule.
Should we just say that my vote counts as 2?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Jogging.
Jogging. Sorry, I haven't got my Discord open at the moment. Your vote counts as 2. Why? Yeah. Why?
Because that way it makes sense that Clive was voted out. Was removed from the game.
Oh, I see. Yes, Clive was identified for your vote counts as 2. I think you're all being very kind to me and me not fixing this one particular bug in the code and trying to give me an out. That is entirely my bad, Clive.
I'm totally fine with it.
There you are. Well, Clive, I'll invite you to stay along and banter for the rest of the stream as recompense for your elimination. You can, of course, still continue playing in the wings, but Dart lives to fight another day. We'll see what happens in this next round. Ben can't link voices to names yet, which is weird because I can do some only, but yeah, not everyone all the time, especially when I'm panicking about my game breaking. Anyway, we're going to move on to round 2. We've got Ralph, apparently Dart, Plajogging, and Run still left in the game, but we need to select a new mole. Remember, the same person can be the mole, but apparently they can't because they got eliminated by mistake last time. Let's re-roll the mole. And the mole has been selected. If you could mute your microphones at this point. And of course, we'll keep Clive in here to give witty banter as to make up for his inadvertent elimination. Just remember, if you are the mole, try not to finish joint last. Otherwise, you will definitely be eliminated, even though you shouldn't be. So, to our questions. Round 2. Here's your first. What two-word phrase is commonly shouted by pub landlords as a signal that they are going to shortly stop serving drinks? Final call. Time's up. Any more? Last orders. Or feck off, as brand new Halo has suggested. Is last orders. Dart getting that one wrong there. Yes, they call last orders. Final call is on a plane, I think. Time's up is what I tend to say at the end of a countdown, and any more is something else that means the same thing. Last orders was right. Answer 3 getting that one right. On we go to the next question. Typically sung just before the final Amen, what is the penultimate movement of Handel's Messiah? For unto us a child is born, worthy is the lamb, his yoke is easy, or hallelujah? Two getting that one right. We're jogging and a run. Dart and Ralph getting that one wrong. Let's go on to the next question. Yes, worthy is the land is the penultimate one. For unto us a child is born is in part 1. His yoke is easy concludes part 1, and hallelujah concludes part 2. Messiah, of course, being in 3 parts. On we go. Question 3. Central to the plot of the 1990 Disney sequel The Rescuers Down Under, Cody rescues and befriends a bird of what species? Black-browed albatross, a golden eagle, an Australian magpie, or a peregrine falcon? Oh, catching you all out there. Nobody getting that one right. It was a golden eagle. Not even the mole managed to get that one. Maybe they did it on purpose. Golden Eagle is what we wanted there. Halfway stage, Plajogging on a run on 2, Ralph's on 1, Dart is yet to score. Let's go to the next question. Which satirical TV series featured a drug called cake that was described as having emerged in Prague in 1996? Is it Brass Eye, Time Trumpet, The Boondocks, or The Thick of It? And there's your time up. Ralph getting that one wrong. Dart getting his first one right here. Plajogging and Arun continue. They are up to 3. Brass Eye was the answer. Nonsense. Indeed. It's a made-up drug. One more question in this round. Question number 5. Have a look. In a central plot point to the second season of the TV show Lost, the numbers 4, 8, 15, 16, 23 and 42 had to be entered into a computer how often? Every 108 minutes, every 14 days, every 300 seconds, or every 72 hours? Three of you getting that one. A run missing out there. It's every 108 minutes. The button must be pushed, and you will note that 4, 8 plus 8 plus 15 plus 16 plus 23 plus 42 does indeed add up to 108. J.J. Abrams, Hollywood's greatest talentless fraud. That's quite a big statement there. It's a silly thing to have to do. It's generally a silly show proves, but brilliant at the same time. 3 of you getting it right, and that's the end of round 2. So, Ralph on 40, Dart on 40, Jogging on 80, and Arun on 60. Bit more of a mixed fortune there. No one getting a perfect game, but there will be one player who will be lower and with a lower bank than anyone else. There's 2 players who got 2 right, and then the first tie-break metric is going to be the bank. So I think... Yes, MPL Dart, you're potentially up for elimination as our low scorer once again. Tricky round. It took a while to get going there by the looks of it.
Yes. The first question in North America, they would say last call, so I was kind of surprised that that wasn't the answer, because it was the closest thing to what I would expect the answer to be.
The answer was final call.
Final. The answer that was given was final call, which call seemed like the right word. Final is a synonym, whereas last orders feels like a completely different thing to say. And yes. I'm not from Britain, so I was kind of surprised I was wrong.
Ralph, a little bit of a fall from grace there, just bookending with the right answers, and a bit of a disaster in the middle. What happened?
A complete collapse. I had Time Trumpet on the mind, actually.
Time Trumpet was, I think that was Armando Iannucci, was Time Trumpet.
Yeah, I like him, but so was the thick of it.
As was the thick of it, yes. I can't remember who did Brass Eye, actually. I looked it up earlier on.
Chris Morris.
Who now?
Chris Morris.
Chris Morris, there we go, Chris Morris.
Big Brass Eye fan over here.
That would explain why you got that one right, Arun.
Yeah, big fan of Brass Eye, big fan of all that sort of thing. Just didn't get the 2 entertainment questions that you like and I don't like.
Yes, indeed, that seems to be a thing.
Film and Lost. Nothing. No.
Well, Jogging, you've once again come out as the high scorer here, just dropping out on the Rescuers Down Under question in the middle. Was that easy for you?
That particular question, no, I got it wrong. Anything else? I complete guess on the prayer, but there was a lucky guess in the end, and I knew the upper 3. So it was a decent round for me.
Decent round indeed, but one of you has got to your points by nefarious means, or possibly not. Maybe you played an honest game, but you've had the capacity to get there by nefarious means. Anyone you'd like to cross-reference? I mean, Dart, you're in a position of weakness here as a potential player to be eliminated. Who do you think the mole is?
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to be eliminated, frankly. But I don't know who to pick on for that. The fact that Jogging got all those questions right, that was a much more difficult round.
Coda's asked a very good question, chat. Clive, who do you think the mole is? You're impartial on this subject.
Oh, my gut says Ralph, getting the first one right and then watching Dark get a few right and then panicking when he got the 4th one and feeling like he needed to get the 5th one just to cover himself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ralph didn't get Brass Eye.
Yeah.
No,
I thought you'd know Brass Eye.
Yeah.
No, I was in a time trumpet mood today, honest.
Okay.
Well,
I
this
can believe
is actually-
that Dart would get the pub question wrong because in Canada, I believe they say we're really sorry that the no drinks remaining. I'm afraid.
I'm
Everyone
really
has to go home, I'm
sorry. But no, I can't do a Canadian accent, so I won't try for fear MPL Dart will veto. I just had a really good idea, and keeping Clive here, this could be a really good way to generate conversation. The eliminated players get to hang out with after the game is over, and cast aspersions. It would help to stir the chat up a little bit. So jogging, I mean, who do you think the mole is? I mean, other than yourself with 4.
Can I vote for myself?
You can't. No, actually.
That's the shame. I'm actually not sure on this one. I can get behind the Ralph theory. I can get behind any of the other two, to be honest, as well. I mean, Arun's talked about Lost a lot in VC in the past, so I was quite surprised to see him get that one wrong.
Well,
they did talk about Lost quite a lot.
I think that's enough discussion. I have to ask though now. I have to ask each of you in turn. Ralph, are you the mole?
No.
Dart, are you the mole?
I am not the mole.
Plajogging, are you the mole?
No.
Arun, are you the mole?
No.
Well, one of them is definitely lying this time, because one of them certainly is. You've got 15 seconds to cast your vote as to who you think is the mole. If you can identify the mole will be going home. If not, it is going to be Dart as the low-scoring player. Unless Ralph is the mole, and you don't identify him, in which case Ralph will be going home anyway, because I've not fixed that particular line of code, and apologies for that in advance. But if you do identify...
So you're saying we should all vote for Ralph?
I'm not saying you should all vote for Ralph at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. Not saying that. If you do identify the mole, you'll get to keep the 20 points per question. If not, they'll drop to 10 points per question. And I hope you're ready to vote at home. Who do you think is the mole? 15 seconds. Vote now. Oh, if I focus on the right window. Vote now. And that's your time up. So, Dart, the pressure's on you. We need to see if we can identify the mole. First question, do we have consensus? There is no consensus at all. You have one vote each.
We're bad at this game.
Arun, Plajogging, Dart, and Ralph are the votes from Ralph, Dart, Plajogging, and Arun, respectively. So you go backwards and forwards. So the mole has once again evaded detection. So well done, mole. So Dart, unless Ralph is the mole, you are going to be going home this time for real. Let's see.
Promises.
And if Ralph is the mole, then apologies to Ralph as well, because I've not fixed that particular line of logic. But good job on being the mole on this one, Clive, the 8 Minky says. Let's find out. If the logic is working, we know we should be losing Dart, but let's find out who is the mole. It was a run. I was thinking in the back of my mind it's a run. I thought
Were
it
you?
was. I didn't want to say. I thought I need to be impartial. Oh, no, just the answering of your question, I thought it's a run. He wants to get in early and then see how he plans out, maybe. But yeah, you were the mole.
Yeah, I was, yes.
Well, you
Although,
evaded
like Clive, I played an honest game. I answered correctly what I would have got right, and wrong what I would have got wrong.
So that's maybe I need to toughen up my questions then. Just a
yeah, you probably do. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah. I invite you to come and write for it at some point, and then we'll have tougher questions. So Lupine was not the mole. So you shouldn't be eliminated, Lupine. But you were the only player to correctly identify the mole, so you will keep your 40 points. Unfortunately, Dart's going to be eliminated. Jogging, you're going to drop from 80 to 40, and Arun, you're going to drop from 60 to 30, unfortunately. So that's very... No, you won't. You won't, because you were the mole. So I don't even know the rules of my own game. I can't keep track of all of the rules. So shut up, Ben. Dart. You were not the mole, but this time you have definitely got the lowest score, and you're not tied with another mole. Hopefully, you'll be eliminated with the greatest of love and respect. Let's just have a look at how the audience got on. It was a run by a whisker. 35% of the audience game thought you were the mole there, Arun. And if you did vote for Arun, you get to keep your 20 points a question. If not, I'm afraid you're only going to get 10. So a lot of people thinking Ralph there. Not many people thinking Dart, but all being well, Dart, you've got to go now. You didn't do as well as anyone else, so yeah.
Hey!
Dart, I would like to invite you to stay for the banter this time round and heckle and stir up the pot for our remaining 3 players. Ralph jogging and Arun. Ralph jogging with 140 in the bank, Arun with 100 in the bank. If 2 out of 3 of you identify the mole in this round, the mole will be going home. If not, it will be the lowest scoring player, unless the lowest scoring player is the mole, in which case it'll be the mole. But yeah, because breakages and 1 line of code. So, without any further ado, let's re-roll the mole. Remember, the mole could be the same person. The mole has been assigned. If you would kindly mute your microphones at this time, and we'll get into the banter a bit later on. So, Arun at a disadvantage in bank at the moment. Ralph and jogging are neck and neck. We've got 5 more questions. Let's see how they get on, and if you're playing along at home, fingers on buzzers. Here's the first. With a total of 529, what is the most popular pub name in the UK? Is it the White Hart, the Royal Oak, the Red Lion, or the Crown? And there's time up. All 3 have answered, and all 3 have answered correctly. It's the Red Lion, 529. The other 3 are 2, 3, and 4. I think Royal Oak is 2nd, then the Crown is 3, and the White Hart is 4, if memory serves. No dramas so far. Let's go on to question number 2. According to the Gospel of Luke, who told Mary that she was going to give birth to the Messiah? God, her cousin Elizabeth, John the Baptist, or the angel Gabriel? And all 3 correct again. It was the Angel Gabriel. Or Maury Povich. Might have been Ian Beale. Yes. The Angel Gabriel was the answer. All 3 getting that one right. Well played. On to question number 3. No one yet to put a foot wrong in this round. Let's have a look. Written by Sebastian Faulks in 1993, the novel Birdsong prominently features which war? World War I, Crimean War, World War II, the Vietnam War. Ooh, just Ralph getting this one right. Jogging and Arun airing on this one. It's World War I is what we wanted there. Well played. Halfway stage, Ralph is 3 for 3. Jogging and Arun have just got 2. Here is the next question. Which artist released a song called Cake in 2017? Dua Lipa, Flo Rida, Kanye West, Tiny Temper. All answering very quickly here. It was Flo Rida, and none of you getting that one right. I've eluded all of you. So Ralph's still with the lead, and Jogging and Arun still behind with one more question. Have a look at this. According to Christianity, who is the patron saint of lost things? St. Augustine, St. Bartholomew, St. Christopher, St. Anthony. Arun just taking a couple of extra seconds to think about it there. And again, all 3 of you are wrong. So, Ralph finishes ahead at the end of this round. The answer was St. Anthony, incidentally. That's the end of the round. Well, Ralph finishing with 60 there. Jogging and Arun both on 40. Jogging, what happened?
This is a bit of a difficulty spiking the questions, I think. I probably should have got that last one right. I've definitely heard that one before. And my short-term memory is awful, so I can't remember what the previous 2 questions were.
You had the one about Birdsong, and you had the one about Cake by Flo Rida. And
oh, yeah. I refuse to believe that Flo Rida is still making music in 2017.
No,
So that's why I got that wrong.
Apparently he is. A run, tricky round there.
Tricky round, just didn't ask things I knew the answer to. Yeah, apart from the first two, which I knew the answer to.
Indeed so. Ralph, we'll have a chat with you in just a tick. A run, I think you know.
Yeah, I'm in danger, yeah.
You're in danger because only 2 right as one of the low scorers, and with the lowest bank, you are the player in danger of elimination here. So your only salvation could be if you find the mole. Ralph, coming to you for no reason whatsoever, but you were the high scorer in that round. Do you think that's going to be suspicious?
I'm worried that it could be. I'm not the mole, though.
You're not?
No, I'm not. But this is very much a hard to get Ray round. Obviously, looking from how things went with our scores.
Well, I mean, if you're not the mole, then you've got nothing to worry about, really, have you? Because if you're not the mole and everyone votes for you, it doesn't matter. So, I'm going to go to our losers bench, or Silent Marina suggested calling it the dirty rotten cheaters. Or I'm not quite sure. I'm trying not to use the C word in this game because it's a strategy, not a cheat. Dart, who do you think the mole is right now?
Well, I had the opportunity to just sort of watch what was going on with everybody answering, and Ralph was slow on the first question, possibly because he was struggling with the new interface.
Maybe. Meta gaming, because you know the interface. Clive, who do you reckon the mole is? Where are you pointing at?
I don't have quite such a clever reason for it, but I still think it's Ralph, just because I hold a grudge.
It would be poetic, wouldn't it? It would be to have you both out and banter us all. Hallie, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. If anyone wants to cross-reference anyone else, I'll give you a couple of seconds to do that. No?
You're fan of Sebastian Fulks, Ralph?
Sebastian Fulks, Birdsong, he's a famous war novel.
Which war was
Is
it's
it
quite
famous?
famous?
Well,
It's quite famous.
Famous enough that I knew about it and you didn't.
Oh, the
Not that
shade!
famous.
I'm pretty sure, in fairness, pretty sure it was an A-level text. Admittedly, when I was at school. But which war?
Somebody wrote it when they were in A-level.
No, I know you missed. It was set as an A-level text to be studied.
Probably I've never heard of it.
I did mean cross-exam in school, not cross-reference. Thank you for that. Ralph, remind me which war it was again in Birdsong.
World War One.
It was. That was it. World War One. It checks out. It seems to check out. Well, I think that's indisputable proof. But Ralph, I have to ask: are you the mole?
No.
Plajogging, are you the mole?
No.
Arun, are you the mole?
No.
One of you is lying to me. One of you is not being truthful. One of you certainly is the mole. And because of the weird quirk in the game that I haven't fixed, if you identify the mole will be eliminated. If not, a run will be eliminated, unless you don't identify the mole and the mole is plajogging because of that one weird quirk. And apologies in advance if that is the case. Hope you're ready to vote at home. Best of luck to all 3 of you. Half points for the round. If you can't ID the mole, you keep your 20 per question if you do. Who is the mole? Vote now. And so, the votes have been tabulated. First question is, do we have a consensus? There is a consensus. So Arun is potentially breathing a small sigh of relief here. Jogging is thinking, at this point, maybe if he is the mole, because of the break in the game, he's going to be eliminated. If Ralph is the mole, he could be going home. If not, and Arun is the mole, then Arun will be going home. So it's all a big mess because of one line of code. Let's find out. There is a consensus there, but have you voted the right way? Who is the mole? It was Ralph.
There we go.
You have identified the mole, Ralph. Oh, how did that pan out for you? Was that an honest game?
I thought question 3 was like going to be an obvious one to the people. That's why I chose correct. Even if I wasn't 100% on it myself, I thought it would have been more obvious to others.
Did you, out of interest, because obviously you got the last two wrong, but did you know either of the last two?
I know, and I decided to go for incorrect because of that, because I thought they would be harder to intuit.
Ah, yes, indeed. Well, unfortunately, they have rumbled you, and you have been identified. I'm very, very sorry. Let's just have a look and see how the audience voted. Did you manage to pull the wool over the eyes of our audience? No, not really. No. The 68.18% of the audience thought you were the mole as well, Ralph. But as Score is saying, Ralph, certifiably a bad liar. # too wholesome. You're far too wholesome for this game, Ralph. You did have the high score, but unfortunately, you have been rumbled, and so yeah.
Yes.
Well, Ralph, I do hope you'll stick around for the banter as we come into the final of the game, but you have been eliminated for now. So just Clive falling victim of my poor programming there. But we're going to the final, which has got slightly different rules. So Pujoging and Rune, welcome to the final. Here's how to play.
Ooh.
So, remaining two players now go head-to-head in a battle of knowledge and wits. The player with the highest bank starts in control of the game and will face up to 5 additional questions. These are more general knowledge. I've tried to slightly theme, well, one of them, but the rest are general knowledge. And these are more like Millionaire, where the first one will be easy, the last one will be hard, and there'll be a gradient in the middle, broadly speaking. Controlling player will have 5 options per question, the standard 4 answers, and an additional option of correct. If they are incorrect, control switches to their opponent. If they are correct, the opponent will have to determine whether they answered fairly or not. If they so choose, the non-controlling player can accuse their opponent of taking a free answer. If the controlling player is rumbled, they lose the game immediately. If the controlling player is falsely accused, then they win the game immediately. If no accusation is made after a correct answer, gameplay continues with the same player in control. After 5 questions, if no accusations have been made, the player in control wins the game. There is a slightly weird quirk if we get to question 5. We haven't got to question 5, there's always been an accusation before then. But if we do get to question 5, you will not be told whether they... how does it work? You will not be told whether what they said, whether they were right or wrong. You just have to make the accusation or not. So it's a bit of a blind thing. It just adds to this extra thing, because in question 5 you never cheat and you always accuse, because otherwise you're going to lose anyway. So yeah, if we get there, I'll remember the exact wording and we'll get back to you on that. I'm going to encourage you to keep your microphones open and furiously banter with each other across the way, and our losers row as well. So Dart and Ralph and Clive, if you want to stick your oar in and mix things up, I welcome you to do that. Let's play the final. Quirk on points for this one. Audience, if a correct answer is made, you may accuse after every question. And again, 20 points if you give a right answer. If you make a false accusation, you lose 20 points, whether you got the question right or not. If you accuse correctly, you gain an additional 20 points. So the only player who doesn't want to be making wild accusations necessarily is the non-controlling hot seat player. But yes, if you think that someone has got a sneaky answer in the audience, you can make an additional accusation at no penalty, but you lose 20 points if you falsely accuse. If you don't accuse and they did use a sneaky answer, then no change to your score. So, Jogging, you are in control, so you will get the first question, and feel free to banter each other as much as possible. Here's your first question. What is the official language of the Netherlands?
Oh, you'll get this, Jogging.
Is it French, English, German, or Dutch? Well, Jogging's locked in. And there's time up. It's Dutch. Arun, did you know that?
Well, it's Dutch, yeah.
Of course it is. Did Jogging know that? Apparently so. But did he know it through his own means, or did he use a special sneaky help? Arun, 15 seconds if you would like to accuse him, and that time starts now.
You might as well accuse, because I'm the kind of person that would say correct for like a bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to accuse, but you definitely did just because you thought it'd be funny.
You definitely did just because you thought it would be funny. Are we getting into sort of a triple bluff here?
Jogging is a sort of person. I mean, he definitely knew the answer, but it's not. He's not going to press the accuse button on the first question. Might as well just throw the cat amongst the pigeons straight away and. Yeah.
So if I've got this right, Jogging thinks that Arun thinks that Jogging will know this, and therefore he's elected to take a free answer, knowing full well that Arun will think you know this anyway, but I'm going to get a sneaky answer because lol.
Is that a bit better myself?
Is that about the measure of it? Let's find out. No, he got an honest answer. He did play it honestly. He was thinking one step ahead. He's actually going to think that Arun is going to work that out and then accuse him. So he's played an honest game. Very well done. You get your 20 points for that. Arun, did you get the option to answer that question?
I get the options up, but I couldn't answer them.
You got the options up, but couldn't answer them?
Yeah.
That is a bug. You should be able to answer them, I think.
Oh, well then try.
This time, I think you should still be, because you still get 20 points. Yeah, because you still get 20 points for each correct answer that you give. Okay. If you win, and if not, you end up in the leaderboard for the lobby. Right. No drama there. Jogging, on to question number 2 for you. The streaming platform Twitch is a subsidiary of a company founded by which businessman? Richard Branson, Larry Page, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Need an answer, Jogging?
Oh yeah, sorry. I just short-term memory. I explained to you. I have a very poor short-term memory.
Yeah, it's Jeff Bezos, and I'm afraid I didn't get an answer from you. So, yeah, that's wrong.
I thought it was switched over to a rune.
No. You got it right, so you stay in control.
Okay.
And also, your light was on, and your blue light's behind you on the screen.
I was looking at my Hackbox screen.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's happening.
So the Hackbox screen with the button with the answers on
I was thinking of the funny thing
pressed.
to say during the banter section.
Say it anyway.
I was brainstorming some comedy as it happened.
Well, I mean, I think you've given us enough comedy through inaction there. It was founded by Jeff Bezos. This is all very Sean Lock carrot in a box. It is a bit, isn't it, Bash? Welcome to the screen. Yeah, it's a subsidiary of Amazon, which was founded by Jeff Bezos. So now control is switching to Arun. So, Arun, you need to answer this question.
Oh, by the way, I could answer the previous question.
The lights.
It's just I didn't. So, yeah, fine.
So you could have answered the previous question, you just chose not to?
I chose not to, yeah.
Right. Jogging, this question, even though you're not in control, you can still answer it, and if you're right, it will add to your bank at the end of the game if you win. So, Arun.
I think we on the bench are answering more questions than the live players are.
I think you might well be. Arun, question number 3 coming for you here. Directed by Alfred Hitchcock, who starred as Lydia Brenner in the 1963 film The Birds? Was it Kim Novak, Jessica Tandy, Grace Kelly, or Janet Leigh? Oh, Arun has locked in. He's figured out how his phone works.
I've got to the final.
You have. You could win the final. It's Jessica Tandy. The other 3 were in. Grace Kelly was in. Was it Dial M for Murder? Janet Leigh was in Psycho, and Kim Novak was in the other one. So, did Arun? We know Arun loves film questions. Did you get that one right, Arun? No, you didn't. Would have been a bit sus to get that one right, knowing that we're your penchant for film questions. So, Jogging, you're back in control. Arun, you can answer the next question anyway. Question number 4. Here it comes. The recipient of the gold medal at the men's 2020 Olympic épée fencing event was Romain Canone, an athlete from which country?
He doesn't know this.
Canada, Belgium, France, or Switzerland?
He's not getting this.
Jogging, have you found the buttons? He has found the buttons. Do you know?
Yeah.
Well, did you put France?
No.
No, you didn't. Incorrect again. So control now switches back to Arun. So we've got to question 5 for the first time. So after this one, if my logic works, it won't show us whether a run is right or wrong, whether he answered you. If he didn't answer, then it won't. Obviously, you'll know he hasn't answered because his tile won't have changed colour, but it won't show whether he's right or wrong. So, Jogging, you will have the decision to make. You can either accuse him. If you accuse him and he hasn't taken a free answer, whether he's right or wrong, Jogging, you will lose. However, if he has got the correct answer, either sneakily or honestly, and you don't accuse, a run is going to stay in control and will win the game. That's how question 5 works, and thank you to Ramsey for this suggestion for this rather interesting end game. So, Arun, it's your final question.
So if Arun gets it wrong, honestly, then that's the only way I win.
No.
I mean, if Arun gets it wrong.
If Arun gets it wrong, and you don't accuse, then you win. If Arun gets it right through sneaky methods, and you do accuse, then you win.
Right.
So I think I worked out there are 4 outcomes, and there's 2 that go either way. So
but I'm not gonna get it wrong. So
he's not gonna get it wrong. So it's all fine. It needs a grid like Moneybox, possibly, for this fringe case at the end. So Arun, if you're
pass, please, Arun, pass.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah.
Arun, if you are wrong on this one, you could still win if you are falsely accused. So the question will come up, and Jogging will have to decide whether or not he thinks you would get it right, and whether or not he thinks you've got it right honestly, and then make a decision based on that. So, here's the question, and hopefully it'll all work. In chess terminology, a signal given by the controlling player that they intend to simply adjust a piece and not to move it is called what? Jadub, Fianchetto, Isolani, Zugzwang.
I love chess.
Jadub is the right answer. So, hopefully this works. And I'm pretty sure I did test it. Jogging, you're going to be given the options now to either accuse or you can let the time run out. If, let's say, Arun is right through sneaky methods. If he is...
Which I'm not.
If he is, and Jogging, if you accuse, then you win the game. If Arun is wrong, and you don't accuse him, then you win the game. If Arun is right, and you don't accuse him, through whatever method, Arun wins the game. If Arun is wrong, and you accuse him, Arun wins the game. Do you understand?
Yes.
Hopefully this will work and it won't put his answer on the screen. Let's find out. Yes, it does.
I love chess, Jogging.
You're playing the mole. I'm playing 4D the mole. Okay.
You're not going to accuse, all right?
No.
Think you got it wrong.
Well, everyone knows that the fianchetto is when you put the bishop on the either the h2 or the b2 square, obviously at the opening, and the Zugzwang is when you're forced to make a move that puts you in a losing position, and it's not Isolani, so you've got it wrong. Even though I've explained why it's actually a very easy question.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out what happens when I press the magic button. It might all go wrong. You've not accused him, so if a run is right through whatever method, a run wins. If a run is wrong, then Jogging wins. Let's find out. Arun, did you get that one right? You did, and it was honest as well, and correct. So there was no way out of that one, Jogging. There should probably be a way for you to get out of that one. If,
it's to actually answer the second question and not just let the time run out.
It's that would have helped to get into the seat. I think there is a slight advantage to being in the seat on question 5, so I think that's kind of balanced. Look forward to your feedback on that particular mechanic. But Arun was honest and correct. No accusation was made, which means Jogging, thank you for playing, but yeah. And that's the end of the game, and Arun is the winner.
Yay!
We finally got to see a question 5, which is good, and I think that panned out quite well. Thank you all very much for playing. Let's just take a look at how the leaderboards got on, the audience game got on. Incidentally, audience, if you didn't get any points, you won't show on this leaderboard, by the way. But final score... Oh, I need to change that font because I'm not using the glowy one anymore. that's showing the down to 23. Sorry, it went by too fast for me to notice. Silent Marine getting 100, and Terse Coupon 110. A few more names up there. Clock your scores. Into the top 12 now. 170s, 180s. A Run and Matt Hancock getting 180. Halo on 190. And our top 6 in the lobby game. Jogging on 200, Sheps on 210, Arsat 230, Ralph 230, Proust 270, and BC is the winner with 280. Very well done. There are medals for lobby players here as well, so gold, silver, and bronze will apply there. And Run straight to the top of the Champions leaderboard with 180 points. Very well done indeed. Good game. Yes, you get gold, silver, and bronze in the lobby game, and a Run, you'll go on the leaderboard when I update it on the web browser. Thank you so much, all 5 of you, for playing. I hope you've had a good time. And Clive, apologies again for that bug. I will fix it for next time. And
no worries, mate. Just a game, innit?
All good.
And now
fun.
You owe me, so
and
I'll
now
DM you my Christmas list.
Yes, indeed. I do owe you a favour. Guys, it's been splendid fun playing with you. Thanks very much indeed. And we'll see you again soon.
Cheers, Ben.
See you.
Bye. So, I'm just going to drop out. I'll leave them in the broadcast studio because I don't think it's broadcasting live. But that is hopefully the final version of the mole. Chaotic neutral, I think I would call this game. Yeah, I think I might try and do a fast track, give Clive a free go on the next time. So just looking at the feedback as it comes into suggestions in real time, some sort of chart to show the outcomes on question 5 would probably be really useful, because to get my head around it as well. But the logic worked. That one line of code that sadly saw Clive being eliminated prematurely, I will fix. It is literally a one-line fix. It's just a line of code that I've left in. Score with some suggestions there. AB me, when the correct answer is revealed for a question, maybe show how many in the audience got the question right. Give more of a hint to non-moles whether the question was easy, hard for the general populace. That's not a bad idea. At the end of each round, show the 5 questions along the bottom for easy reference. That's also quite a good idea. Nice little ancillary touches. I think, though, the central logic is good, though Colo and David are both typing. Usually both have very sensible things to say, but I'm hoping the central logic and mechanics of the game are now at a permanent state, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was good fun. It went on a little longer than I thought. It's about an hour. Still very difficult to read. There are also other text and display concerns. Red text on black or dark blue backgrounds. Strange justification, monospace. Yeah, I need to look at the font thing on the question. I'll look into more detail on that. It'll look a bit weird to me. They do actually, don't they? I'll see if I can get a different texture for the floors. I don't mind the backboards being blacked out, but it would be easy enough to change this to something like... well, that's the way. It would be something different. It would basically be the current one, but darker. Okay. I think either the player... I agree, Colo. I think keeping the other players there definitely will add to the game, and certainly generate conversation if people are maybe a bit shy about it. Bip snips. Bip snippips. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Hope you're well. The D in the room. Yeah, that's... without changing the font again, I've already changed it once, and this is Oni's font. This is Rialto's one made by Oni. So, bips and pips. Thank you very much. But yeah, no, I'm very grateful to Oni for his font, but I do appreciate the legibility and the confusion of D and O might be a thing. I don't know if it's got lowercase. If it's got lowercase, I could put the room in lowercase. It hasn't, unfortunately. That's an uppercase D and a lowercase d, the mould. So maybe I just have to put a different one for the room code. Or something, because that's a sort of key one. The general rule is the key information I'll try and make in a nice legible font. Everything else can be in a decorative font, so like player names, bank, the game title, that's all fine. But maybe I'll change the room code to the typewriter font, which will make it a bit easier to read. Anyway, we still got one more game to play. We've got Spotlight to do, which I'm going to whiz through because the time is getting on. But thank you to our hot seat players. Thank you to playing along at home. Look forward to reading your feedback on that. I hope you like it. I think this is going to become... It's certainly a favourite of mine. I love hosting this, and I really like the studio as well. I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. So hope you liked it too, and we hope to see more of the mould in the future. But for now, stay tuned because we've got the return of Spotlight after the break. Don't want to miss it. See you then. And a message from our sponsor, only 91_573.
Jeffrey Carpets.
Manifest Jeffrey Carpets. We'll see what we can do. Mole bonus available there, Mole 13 if you want an extra 13 pennies. But don't touch that dial. I need to stop the build because the mold is screaming at me now. Penny should have been updated for that game. We're going to go to a very quick ad break and then we'll be back with the return of Spotlight. So do come and join us for that. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
shout out to Omi Mom for cooking one hell of a beef madras. God damn, it was good.
Thank you, Ernie, for the 100 bits, and welcome to Spotlight. Shadowbane, also welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Final game of the night. It's been a while since we played Spotlight, and it's been a while since we've done a triple bill and gone on to probably what's going to be 11 o'clock by the time we got this game done. So I shan't waste any more time chatting the Withertoo's and Y4s. Looking forward to reading the feedback on the mole in more detail in due course as well. And if you want to play Spotlight, type in the code. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Which country's capital has the fastest growing population? Ireland. Every day it's Dublin.
Shame. I have the shame button for that one. Adisette, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. So, come join Spotlight if you'd like to come play this. Niche trivia written by various members of the community. A few new packs have gone in today. I've now got 48 packs in here in total, of which 6 have been used and 42 are unused because we had to have a purge of the old packs because it just sort of stopped flagging everything. 14 distinct authors of this game, and a message from our sponsor, Digital David.
Mole looks good.
Thank you, David. I'm quite happy with how it's coming out, and so looking forward to seeing the feedback in more detail. And thank you very much for all the 100 bits there. Much appreciated. So, this is Spotlight, the game where you need to get into the spotlight and answer questions correctly to stay there. You need to make sure you're whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot. Oh, Dragon's beat me to it. There is some... Looking at the suggestions channel at the same time, there's some... there are differing opinions on the power of accusing in the final round, which I'm very much looking forward to getting back to you on. Oh, hello GeForce Experience in Game Overlay. No one asked you here. You should be able to join this game at any time. This is one of the first where you could join at any time. Actually, it's been a thing since the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 players in this game. Room for a few more if you want to come and join, but for now we are going to lock the lobby and put a player into the spotlight. Whoa, 8 Minky, you are in the spotlight. Whisper something to the bot to confirm you are here, and our game will begin. This is one that would benefit from Hackbox as well. Hey, Minky is here, and here are our categories tonight. We've got Big by the Lupine One, RuPaul's Drag Race by Zeusless, Russian Mountains by Clive Legend, Wrestling by Oni, Fears by Jay White, The Souls series by Jogging, Share and Share Alike by Cola Cola, and Microsoft Excel by Topper One Gaming. Making lasagna at the same time. Nice. Well, 8 Minky, you get first choice. And we're going for Wrestling by Oni. So everyone has the option of using a Joker, 3 exclamation marks into the chat. Joker will double the points if you get them right, but it will knock a point off if you get them wrong. No penalty for abstaining, unless you are in the spotlight. 8 Minky is in the spotlight, and you can still play your Joker on this round. You still get double points if you're right. If you get 2 wrong in a row, 8 Minky, or any 2 out of 3 wrong, you are ejected from the spotlight and a replacement will be selected. If you want to play your Joker on Wrestling, 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. And thank you to Oni for this. You will be given pennies, but you will not be able to answer these questions. Just Dan and Nat are activating Jokers here on Wrestling. 8 Minky choosing not to multiply, not to Joker up on this question. So, let's go to the question board and see what it brings. Here's the first. Which of the following is not an Olympic wrestling category? Greco-Roman, shoot, or freestyle? Answer now. Shoot is not an Olympic wrestling category. Let me nip it in the bud now. I hopefully only have to say this once. If the bot pings you back to say you've tried to answer more than once or I've already received your answer, please stop sending it messages. I know I need to get around to putting a fix into this so that it only pings you once, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Please don't do that, because if you do it too many times, it's going to break the bot, and then the bot gets shadow banned, and then all of a sudden there's no streams for anyone. So, yeah, please bear that in mind, and I'd be most grateful to you. Shoot was the answer. Let's see who was right. Green if you were. Most players were right, but 8 Minky was not. So 8 Minky getting 1 red light. 1 more wrong answer, you will be ejected from the spotlight. Let's try your second wrestling question. Outside of Japan, which country has the most sumo wrestlers promoted to Yokozuna rank? Is it Mongolia, United States, or China? Answer now. And Zeus, welcome to the game. Wave emoji, good to have you here. Mongolia is the answer. Outside of Japan, the country with the most sumo wrestlers promoted to Yokozuna rank is Mongolia. If you gave me Mongolia, you will go green. If not, you'll go red. Oh, wait, Minky, it's a shady start, unfortunately. That's 2 wrong answers in a row. It's not been very long here, but I'm afraid you are ejected from the spotlight. The more points you've got, the more chance you have of getting into the spotlight. Think of it as a lottery. You get your score plus 1 number of tickets. But someone needs to replace and finish off this wrestling category. Let's put someone in the spotlight. Kursuken, it's you. Welcome to the game. Type something to the bot to confirm you're here, and the game will continue. Non-alcoholic birra Moretti. It's very nice. One final question on wrestling. In which year was WWE's flagship show WrestleMania first held? 1988, 1985, or 1982? Answer now. $1985 is the answer. So WrestleMania 25, which is the one I remember, was in 2010, just as I was finishing off my master's degree. Yeah, don't know why that sticks out in my mind, but there we go. 1985 is what we wanted. If you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Oh dear, our spotlight players are having a not great start. Kurstuken getting that one wrong. And so you need to get the next 2 right in order to stay in the spotlight. But we're exhausted on wrestling, so Kurstuken, let's pick another category. Oh, big! RuPaul's Drag Race, Russian Mountains, Fears, the Soul Series, Share and Share Alike, or Microsoft Excel. Which is it gonna be? Oh, big! By the Lupine one. Lupine, this is a new pack that just came in, well, it just got put into the database today. Lupine, you won't be able to answer. You'll get 3 points for nothing and 25 pennies. If you want to play your Joker, 3 exclamation marks into the chat. Just Topper activating here. These forgot about Big the Cat. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Topper activating a Joker on this one. Everyone else is playing for basic points. Yes, you're up there, David. We see you. Topper, you will get 2 points for right answers, but lose a point for wrong answers. Let's go to the first question. The Big Bang is theorized to have happened how many years ago? Around 9.2 billion? Around 13.8 billion? Around 4.6 billion? Answer now. B, around 13.8 billion. I always thought it was about 15 billion. That's about the closest there is there. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. Oh, cursed 2. Goodness me, 4 questions in, and we're on to our 3rd spotlight player already. I'm afraid that's 2 wrong in a row, Toucan, and you have been ejected from the spotlight. More points you've got, the more chance you have of getting in. It shouldn't pick Lupine, because these are his questions. I'm fairly sure it won't. It's like Prime Minister's here. Here's a little bit. Let's put a player in the spotlight. Hallie, you have been selected for the spotlight. Type something to the bot to confirm that you are still here. DJ Harold Live TV, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Welcome. You can come join the game by typing in the code that'll appear on the screen in just a minute. Here's the second question on Oh Big. Which of these musicians was not on the same doomed flight as the Big Bopper on 3rd of February 1959, the day the music died? Is it Bill Haley, Buddy Holly, or Richie Valens? Answer now. Or possibly Valens. It's time up. Yes, we see the emotes there, DJ Harold TV. Thank you very much. we'll chill out with those now. Thank you, Colo. Bill Haley was the right answer, and his comets. Well, his comets weren't either, but neither was he. If you gave me A, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. No. Hallie, wrong answer. Another incorrect answer for our spotlight player. Dear me. No, gonna need to get some right answers, or we're gonna be turning through these spotlight players. One more question on O Big. Let's go back to the board. Which of the Big Ten college football teams play their home games at the most capacious stadium in the United States, nicknamed the Big House? Is it Michigan, Penn State, or Ohio State? Answer now. Michigan play their games at the Big House, if you knew that, and you gave me A, you'll go green. If not, you are going to go red. Oh, no. Dear me, we are on to our fourth spotlight player. Hallie, I'm afraid that's 2 wrong in a row. Why did I change my answer? Oh, I'm afraid you've been ejected from the spotlight. Goodness me, we are churning through them tonight. We're up to our fourth spotlight player, and we're only about to pick the third category. Let's put a new player into the spotlight. Oni, you are in the spotlight. Whisper something to the bot to confirm that you are still here. We're all going to get a turn. Might do at this rate. 3 straight alarming shades of magenta. Are you here, Oni? Yes, you are. Let's go pick ourselves another category. Your category's gone, but you've got RuPaul's Drag Race by Zeus, Russian Mountains by Clive, Fears by Jay White, and Soul Series by Jogging, Share and Share Alike by Colo, and Microsoft Excel by Topper. What are you going to pick? Okay, for Fears by Jay White. Okay, 3 exclamation marks into the chat if you would like to play your Joker on Fears. Wow, that's a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lots of Fears coming out here. Jack, Arun, Anisep, David, Innes, Silent Marine, Shapes, Oni, Clive, Shadowman, Curse Toucan, Bips and Pips, Toot, AVB, Colo, and 8 Minky, all activating their Jokers on Fears. Remember, 2 points if you're right if you've got a Joker active, -1 if you're wrong. No penalty for abstention, except for Oni. Abstention will still cause you to lose a life in the spotlight. You can't go below 0, just bear that in mind. Good luck. Here's your first question on Fears. What is ostraconophobia the fear of? Is it shellfish, evergreen trees, or outer space? Answer now. There's your time up. Shellfish is the answer there. I'm not quite sure of the etymology of that. I thought it was the fear of ostriches. But it's not. It's the fear of shellfish. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. Okay, we've got a player in the spotlight getting a correct answer. Very well done, Oni. You have 2 points because you have got your Joker active, of course. Well done if you did get that. Let's go on to question number 2. What colour is the character Fear in the 2015 Disney film Inside Out? Are they yellow? Are they green? Or are they purple? Answer now. If memory serves, they're yellow, aren't they? Oh, they're purple. Who's the yellow one then? I can't remember, it's been so long since I've seen that film. The answer is purple. Yellow is joy. Green is disgust. I thought it was yellow as in yellow belly, as in cowardly. That would be fear, but purple apparently. If you gave me purple, you go green. If not, you go red. Lots of right answers going up in there. Only up to 4 spotlight points now. Very well played. And we've got one more question on fear, so Oni is definitely going to get to pick the 4th category. Let's take a look at this last question on fears first. Memory serves not, indeed. Which actor of the 1962 thriller Cape Fear had a cameo appearance in the 1991 remake alongside Nick Nolte, who played his original character? Was it Gregory Peck, Marlon Brando, or Robert Mitchum? Answer now. Gregory Peck was the answer. Had a cameo alongside Nick Nolte, who played his original character. Remake alongside Nick Nolte, who played his original character. Yes, Gregory Peck. Green if you gave me 8. If not, you'll go red. Only 3 for 3 on fears. Very well done. If you managed to pick up some points there. Quite a few jokers were being played. Hello, Prey. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So those are the points as they stand, but Oni is still in control of the spotlight, currently on 6 points. Let's go back to the category board. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Drag Race, Russian Mountains, Excel, Share and Share Alike, or the Soul series are your remaining categories, Oni. Where would you like to go next? I thought you might go for Excel. It's been written by Topper. Topper you won't be able to answer, but you get 3 free points and 25 pennies. And we've got a lovely pattern going on here now. Leaving B, C, F, or G, we'll get to pick 2 more of these categories. If you want to play your Joker on Microsoft Excel, 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Well, there might be a few Jokers coming in here as well. Prugs, Dragon, Lupine, Brand New Halo, Zeus. All activating Jokers on this question. And there's your time up. So just the 4 playing Jokers here. Let's just take a look in with the score since we're at the halfway stage. Only obviously on 6 in the spotlight. He's also managed to get himself up to 11 out in the wings. So remember, there's gold, silver, and bronze for the high scorers in the wings. And yes, David, you're still up there. Gold, silver, and bronze for high scorers in the wings, and then leaderboard positions for players who finish in the spotlight. Looks like Oni is leading in every sense of the word here. Topper is on 8, Toot on 9. Run is also on 8. Yes, drawing my attention. My attention over to you. Let's go and have a look at our first question on Microsoft Excel. The icon for Microsoft Excel features what letter? A, E, B, C, C, X. Answer now. I'm pretty sure it's X, isn't it? Yeah, X. X for Excel. If you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Lots of lovely green there. Very well done if you got that, including Oni, who continues in the spotlight, now up to 7 points. Next question. If I entered into an Excel cell the formula equals SQRT Arabic CXLIV, what would I get as a result? 13, 12, or 14? Answer now. You get 12. It's looking for the square root of 144, which would give you 12. CXLIV, of course, being Roman numerals for 144, Arabic presumably being the language or the syntax it wants to print it out in, and SQRT being square root. If you gave me B, you'll go green. If not, you go red. Plenty of green there, but not from Oni. Oni going red. First one wrong in the spotlight there, Oni. And yeah, it was definitely a Q in the chat. It was a little difficult to read on the screen, I grant you, but in the chat it was very clearly a Q. So, Oni, if you get one more wrong, you won't be picking the next category. If you get it right, then you will. Let's go back to the questions. Which of the following cannot be found in the Data tab of Microsoft Excel? Text to columns, pivot table, or what if analysis? Answer now. Pivot table, and someone who is better at spreadsheets than me will be able to tell us why. Presumably that's in charts and tables rather than data. If you gave me B, you go green. If not, you go red. Oh, Oni, that's 2 wrong in a row, and after a good start, I'm afraid you have been rejected from, or ejected from the spotlight. Thank you for playing. Goodbye. We have churned through 4 players in the spotlight. The more points you've got, the more chance you have of getting into the spotlight now, but there is still a chance for everybody who is in play, unless you've already been in the spotlight. Let's put a player in the spotlight. It's Mr. the Clive. Back for more in the spotlight, Clive. Whisper something to the bot to confirm you're still here, and we'll go back to the category board. So, down to a choice of 4, but for you it's a choice of 3, because of course you can't pick Russian mountains. Share and share alike by Colo. Colo, you won't be able to answer these ones, but you will get 3 free points and 25 pennies added to your total. And if you want to play your Joker on share and share alike, this is the penultimate category. You can't use your Jokers in the final round, and only one of these categories is going to be seen. And if Clive is still in the spotlight when we finish it, it certainly won't be Russian mountains. So, 3 exclamation marks into the chat if you want to play your Joker. Handful of people haven't played yet and are playing now. NPL Dart and Jogging both activating. And so is Prey. And so is someone else. Jers. That was just under the words, that's why I couldn't see him. So Jogging, Prey, Jers and Dart all activating Jokers on this round, which means... Is that everyone? No, Necogramma up top is yet to play a Joker, could play one on the next category. Likewise, Hallie, if you are so inclined. It's not mandatory, but you might want to. So, Clive, first question on share and share alike, coming right up. Which of these singles by Cher was released in the 1990s? If I could turn back time, Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves, or Believe, answer now. And there's your time up. Really? I was certain that was 2000. I thought it was the first... No, 1998, goodness me. I'm really old. I remember that coming out and being massive. Do you believe in life after love? No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. So sad. Sorry. It is a great song, in fairness. It is a brilliant song. Turn back time, that must have been the 80s. Must have been the 80s. Anyway, if you gave me message from Lots of Silent Marine.
Totally saw that singing coming.
Am I that predictable? I guess I am. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Silent Marine. If you gave me Believe, you go green. If not, you go red. Solid start there from Clive. He is 1 in whilst in the spotlight. 5 questions to get before we get to the final. You don't have to get them all right, Clive, but you've going to have to get at least 4 of them right. So, on to the next. Behave, Topper. In French, the word cher can mean dear, as in dear friend, but can also translate to what? Hot, fragrant, or expensive? Answer now. Mon cher. Then my friend. It's French. Hot. That's expensive. Cher. Can mean dear, as in dear friend, but also translated to dear, as in dear expensive. Of course it's expensive. That makes a lot of sense, having read the question through. If you gave me C, you go green. If not, you go red. Clive is 2 for 2, so he is going to pick the final category, so it certainly won't be Russian mountains, because that's his own. Can we get Clive into the final? Is he going to make it there? One more question on share and share alike. Have a look at this. The Cher River, a tributary of the Loire, rises in which mountain range? Is it the Massif Central, the Alps, or the Pyrenees? Answer now. It's the Massif Central. If you gave me A, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Ooh, Clive taking a wrong turn there. You are still going to get to pick the final category, but you are going to need to get the first 2 right to get to the final. The third one will be academic at that point, but you want to get it right because the more points you have, the more points you're playing for in the final. Well done if you did get that. Let's go back to the category board for one final time. RuPaul's Drag Race or the Soul Series? Clive, those are your final options. You can't pick C, I'm afraid, because that's by you. It's the Soul Series by Jogging. You will not be able to answer these questions, but you'll get 3 free points and 25 pennies. There's 2 players left, I think, who haven't activated multipliers, or jokers rather. If you would like to do so on the Soul Series, 3 exclamation marks into the chat. Last chance to do so. Hallie activating. Naked Grandma, I think, was the only other one. So Grams, if you want to activate your Joker, there we go. So everyone in the game has now played their Joker. 2 points per jogging. Yeah, that's the new thing. 2 points if you give me a right answer if you've got your Joker on. -1 if you're wrong. No penalty for abstention. Best of luck, Clive. Here's your first question. Which Japanese video game developer produced the games in the Dark Souls series? From A, from over there, B, from software, or C, from software? Answer now. It was, of course, from software, which I'm hoping most people managed to get just from the answers that were offered. If you gave me B, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Clive is 1 step closer to the final. Most players getting that one right. Clive, if you get this next one right, you are into the Spotlight final, either playing for 4 or 5 points. Very best of luck. Here is your next question. Which non-playable character features in every game in the series, always initially guiding the player before immediately leading you into a trap? Is it Socks, is it Patches, or is it Mittens? Answer now. Patches is the answer we wanted. I've only played the very beginning of Dark Souls 3. I decided it was too hard. I didn't play anymore, so I couldn't be sure. But if you gave me Patches, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Is Clive in the final, or is it going to be someone else? He is! Clive, you have reached the Spotlight final. Very well played, my dude. Doesn't matter whether you get this last one right or wrong. You're going to be in the final either way, so congratulations. But if you get it right, you're going to be playing for 5 points per question. If you don't, you're going to be playing for 4 points per question. Well played. One more question before the Spotlight final on the Soul series. Here it is. This one is for the kids in the back. Which of these is a real Dark Souls boss? Milk-Starved Maiden, The Coming Darkness, or Ceaseless Discharge? Answer now. It sounds like it should be A, but it's C, Ceaseless Discharge. Which in Ceaseless is all 3. Tee hee hee. If you gave me C, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Oh, Clive getting that one wrong. Most people getting that one wrong, actually, has to be said. But Clive doesn't mind because he's in the final, the Spotlight final, and he's going to be playing for 4 points per question. So Clive is going to be our final player in the Spotlight. Looking around at some of the other scores in the wings at the end of that, and we've still got 5 questions to go. Run's on 14, Lupine's on 14, Zeus on 12, Jogging on 12, Naked Grandma's on 13, Topper on 11, Jers on 13, only up on 17. AB Me on 14, Toot on 13. So some big scores up in here. Remember, there's gold, silver, and bronze available. And I think they get automatically written out. 90, yes, they must do, because I've got rid of the medal, or the manual medal edition on the penny control system. So, good! Hooray! Gold, silver, and bronze up for grabs, but Clive is playing for 4 points per question as we go to the Spotlight final. It's Spotlight knowledge. It's been written by everybody, or rather one question from 5 out of the 6 packs that we have seen. So the leaderboard on Spotlight is the curve is sort of like this. Yup. We've got Ian Dominic in 2 at the top on 56, David Strathdee on 48 in second, Topper in third on 28, a drop down to Prudes on 18. There's a lot of single figures on here because of the way the game works. You've got to get into the spotlight and stay there for a long time in order to get the highest scores in the final. Clive, playing for 4 points per question, will get at least 4. Could potentially get another 20, which means he could get up to 24 points, which will put him 5th on the leaderboard. That is the target for Clive. Let's see how he gets on as we start with our first final question. Which of these wrestling holds is a leg-based submission? Only you won't be able to answer this one. Thank you for the question. Is it a full Nelson, a Boston Crab, or a chicken wing? Answer now. So there's our wrestling question done. And it's a Boston Crab. I don't know why I thought that was the answer. Full Nelson is a full body one, and I assumed wing was something to do with the arm. Or was full Nelson like the sleeper hold? Okay, it's been so long since I've watched wrestling, but if you gave me B, Boston Crab, you go green. If not, you go red. It's a good start for Clive. He picks up his first 4 points, moving him up to 8. Good start. Well done if you did get that right in the wings as well. Let's go on to the second question. Hashtag not a sport. In the 1998 Coen Brothers film The Big Lebowski, who plays the dude? Is it Steve Buscemi, Jeff Bridges, or John Goodman? Answer now. Thank you to Lupi for this question on Old Big. You won't be able to answer, but you will get you got your pennies and your 3 points from earlier. Jeff Bridges is the answer to that question. That's a very old in-joke, which I won't regale you with now. If you gave me B, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Clive moving up and up. He's up to 12 points now, which puts you at a clear 7th on the leaderboard. Get 1 more question right, and you are up to 6th. And 2 more questions right, and you are up to 5th. 1 more question right, and you'll be joint 6th. 2 more, and you get that 5th slot. Let's go on to question 3. Which breakfast food item was Alfred Hitchcock famously petrified of and disgusted by? Was it sausage, eggs, or pancakes? Answer now. Jay White's question on fears. I want to say eggs. Eggs feels right. Yeah, eggs is the right answer. If you gave me B, eggs, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. And Clive up to 16. He is now joint 6th place on the Spotlight leaderboard. Could attain 1 more position with either 20 or 24, depending how he gets on with these last 2 questions. Was thinking it was a sausage question. It was not. Next question. What is current file extension for a standard Excel workbook? .xlsx, .xclm, or .excl? Answer now. Thank you to Topper for this question on Microsoft Excel. You won't be able to answer. I can see you've just tried, according to my log. Topper One Gaming tried to answer their own question. Shame! You may not answer your own question, Topper One Gaming. .xlsx. Answer is all 3. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even mean anything. If you gave me A, you'll go green. If not, you go red. XL Samster X. That looks like a proper MSN name, Samster. Oh, MSN Messenger. Clive takes 5th on the leaderboard with 20 points, superseding Prues. Been a while since we've had some players going into the top of this leaderboard. He's not going to get past Topper, who's on 28, but he can cement his lead at 24 rather than 20. Well done if you got that one right. 1 more question this evening before we do a couple of Spacey 4 games and maybe some B as well. Final question of the night. Which of these artists has not duetted with Cher on a single release? Thank you to Colo for this one. Is it Rod Stewart? Is it Meatloaf? Or is it Elton John? Answer now. Has not duetted with Cher. I don't remember Elton John doing it, but I wouldn't be surprised. No, I'm right, it is Elton John. Elton John is what we wanted from you. If you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Oh, Clive just missing out at the end. But not to worry, 20 points is what you finish with. 20 spotlight points. That is going to give you 5th on the leaderboard, just knocking Cruz down into 6th place. Very, very well played, Clive. Great game played, and well done to everybody else. Let's check out the final positions of our medalists. And it is Oni who's going to take the gold with 20. It's Necograms, Toot, and Lupine who are going to share a silver each, and Arun who is going to pick up the bronze, and Zeus who is also orange for the lulls. To be fair, I do need to fix that. No, that doesn't mean you get a bronze. It's a very slightly different shade of orange, Zeus. GG to everyone there, and particularly to Clive, picking up 20 points in the final. You didn't, Zeus. That's not a thing. Very well done to everyone. And just to break my game. Stop it. And very many thanks to all of the question writers there, to Jay White, to Colo, to Topper, to Oni, to Lupine, and the other one that I've forgotten now. I'm going to have to look it up. Authors. Zeus. It was Zeus, wasn't it? No, we didn't get Zeus's RuPaul. Plajogging. It was Plajogging on the Soul series. Thank you, yes. To all 6 of you, very many thanks. I hope you enjoyed those questions. Spotlight's always a good game to write if you've just got a quick burst of inspiration on a particular topic. You need one easy, one medium, one hard, and then one for the final, which can be any of the 3. It's up to you, really. But probably aim for medium. 4 questions, and then it gets rolled into the database and picked out every now and then. It's a game you can, one of the only games you can play spontaneously because it doesn't need a pack. Because, well, it does, but packs are sort of already in. As I mentioned at the beginning, we have now got 36 unused packs by fewer than 14 distinct authors, unless all of these authors have submitted more than one. So we do need to have 6 distinct authors to play the game, and at least 6 packs. So we've still got quite a few for now, but always welcome some more. We're going to do the Spacey 4 game, but thank you for playing Spotlight. Thanks again to our writers. Congratulations to Clive and to Oni on picking up the gold medal there. I'll see you for some bonus pennies in just a minute. Well, what a fun night it has been this evening. I've certainly enjoyed it, and I'm most relieved, and touch wood, that the computer seems to have stabilised in recent days, which is good. It doesn't seem to be crashing quite as much. But yeah, thank you to all our writers, and congratulations to all our winners. Thank you for testing the mole. I see there's quite a bit of feedback in there, so I'm going to unpick that in due course, and as ever, I'll get back to you all. Oh, okay, fine, I won't. Oh no, you're talking to Jogging. Oh, that's really rude. Don't bother. Yeah, you do get the question that's lost along the way. You get one that's lost. I'd say I keep meaning to put it into the closing credits or something. At some point, I will get around to that. But in the interim, actually, just before we do Spacey 4 game. Oh, look how generous the bot is being. 95 pennies for a Spotlight bonus. Spotlight 95, if you want to claim some more pennies, you get pennies for answering questions in the game as well, but a few more discreet ones available here. If you would like them, come and claim them. I'm just going to give you 10 seconds because I want to get on with the game. 5, 4, 3, 2... Oh, hello, Bod. Welcome to the stream. 1, and we will stop that there. Left or right? Let's get a nice big jackpot built up. I'm gonna go left. 10 pennies for every player that joins the game. 10 pennies added to the jackpot. We got anyone to raid tonight? There's a few people online. JB's still online. I think we'll be going to raid him. I think we will. He's doing retro stuff. So we'll go give JB a little raid in a minute. Suggestions for raid message are welcome. 270 pennies is what's going to be going to the winner of Spacey 4 game here. I might eschew the B tonight. I'm feeling a bit sour at the moment. I haven't won for ages. 5 seconds if you want to come join. Bye, left players. Bips and Pips, Necker, Grandma, Dragon, Toot, Jogging, Arun, MPL Dark, Kurstuken Shapes, Natter, Clive, AB Me, Lupine, and Proogs. Left or right? Just jogging. Which way are you going, jogging? Quick! Quick! Joining the left side just in time to be dropped out of the game. Battle of that. Bips and Pips, Necker, Grandma, NPL, Kurstuken, Clive, Lupine, and Proogs. Left or right? Yeah, it's to be fair, Ash put marble racing onto his stream and I thought, oh, I need a new quirk other than just beat the bee. So I made this. So it was at least peripherally inspired by marble running on stream. And bye-bye righties. Bips and Pips, Lupine and Proogs, you're remaining for 270 pennies left or right. Proogs saying this is more fun. Don't say that to Ash. I like the marble running as well. Can't see it getting a full series. Oh, we're not done about Spacey 4 game. Has anyone seen this show called News? Yeah, another fascinating episode of the news. Bips and Pips, left or right? Or going left, we could have a winner here. We do not, though. Lupine and Proogs, you remain for 270 pennies. Which is it going to be, left or right? Or are we going to get a rollover? All alone, it happens in this game. You end up sort of having 1 or 2 people dropping out. Proogs is going right. Lupine is going left. We are going to get a winner. And it's Lupine! Bad luck, Proogs. You've dropped into space. That reality show with Matt Hancock is less apocalyptic than the last one. Well done, Lupine. 270 pennies. They've been added to your account. Again! Again. Go on then. One more. Left or right? I'm going to start right this time. Then we're going to go and raid JB Henry. Yeah, I need a raid message still. Any ideas on raid messages? Ball blazer look. Hashtag need a raid message. Go on, ball blazer look is what it'll be then. Ball blazer look. It can't be. We can't have again, or balls in space every time. 280 pennies up for grabs. I'm going ball blazer look now. I've typed it. Last chance to come and join. Very good, Jack. Very good. Bye bye, righties. Me again. I'll give you a have a honk for that, Jack. Where are you, honk? There you are. Very nice. Very droll. David, Necker, Grandma, Puzzle Dan, Dragon, Oni, Kodo, Innis, Juz, Score Camp, Brand New Halo, AB Me, left or right? Just Colo. Mr. Colo. Oh, Colo joining the left just in time to see the rights drop out of the game. Necograms, Dragon, Colo, Innes, Jers, Score Count, Brand New Halo, and Zeus remaining for 280 pennies left or right. It's Colo and Halo. Only two going right. Halo's joining the rights as well. It's Colo trying to time it so that if he gets it wrong, he falls directly into space. He's not got it wrong though. He's gone the right way. He's gone right. We're down to 4. Colo just Score and Brand New Halo remain for 280 pennies left or right. Or is Colo trying to time it so that he drops in and is caught at the bottom? Go on, Colo. Score count's going right. Where's Colo going to go? He has gone right as well. Let's see who wins. Not the mods tonight. Bad luck, mods. Colo and Score count dropping out. So it's going to be Jers or Brand New Halo are going to win 280 pennies. Who's it going to be? Left or right? Jers is taking the right one. Halo? Halo's going left. We are going to have a winner. And it's going to be Brand New Halo. You've won 280 pennies. Very well played. And they should be credited to your account. Now. No, not again. Twice is the limit. Woo indeed. Nicely done there. Let's go to Just Cam to wrap up the stream. Well, I've had a very entertaining evening. I hope you have as well. It's only 10 past 11, so 3 hours of trivia. I'd like to think I got the pace reasonably snappy. The mole maybe slowed it down, but say I do look forward to reading your feedback. And yeah, it's. I think that's going to be a favourite. I have got another game in the pipeline at the moment. Tentative target for a pilot is maybe Thursday, if it's done, which it might not be because I've actually got quite a busy beginning of the week. I've got stuff on Monday, quite an important thing on Tuesday, and then Wednesday as well. So I may not get around as much time as I want to do. The idea is next Saturday, but next Saturday's already looking fairly busy because, well, I should tell you what we've got coming up. First of all, let's give a shout out to Topper because he's on tomorrow. Go give our friend Topper a follow because tomorrow over on his channel at 8 o'clock he's got Slam and Elimination. I'm back to my IRL pub quiz, so I'll be with you in spirit but not in avatar, I suppose. But do go give him a follow. Join to follow my channel. Thank you for the little support. Okay, Samson. But do go and give Millionaire Nigeria on tomorrow. That's way more interesting. Okay, bear that in mind. Is that over in Ash's Discord? Go join Ash's Discord. Speaking of Ash the Bash, such that he is, he's going to be around next week on Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday, he's got some winning lines and secret fortunes, a double lottery show. So with Ash on Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT, winning lines and secret fortune. Then on Friday, All Clued Up and Duel is making a comeback. So that will be nice next Friday with Bash. Do go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. And as for me, what have we got on the docket next week? Well, Tuesday we're kicking off with Crossfire and Google That. Crossfire by Natter and Google That by Quizzle. Very much looking forward to seeing those. I believe Crossfire's been proofed already and Oni's going to be proofing Google That this week. So I don't have any proofing to do at the beginning of the week, which is nice. Moving to Thursday, we've got Hacker on Thursday by Samster, which I don't think I've had yet. Or I might have done and I've overlooked it, or it might have, or maybe I have. There's something else I'm waiting for from Samster. Oh, I have. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Samster. Something else that's 3 days past. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, something else that's 3 days past its deadline that I haven't had then, I guess. Kappa. Oh, yeah, that one's been, I think that's been earmarked to be proofed by Lewis, I think. And Data Leak, which has been written by Oni, which I am probably going to proof in the next couple of days. If you're just here for the weekend, though, next Saturday we've got Number Wang to look forward to, and then Distinction coming back, written by Arun, and The Hive by Ramsey, who wrote DangerZone tonight. So 2 Saturday packs from Ramsey in a row, but he made a good impression with DangerZone. I think his Hive pack has just come in the last couple of days, so I'll probably pick that up in this week. So lots of stuff to look forward to this coming week, with Ash winning lines, Secret Fortune, Slam and Elimination with Topper, Crossfire, Google that, Hacker Data Leak, Number Wang Distinction, and The Hive from me. Plenty of quiz to keep you occupied, but in the meanwhile we are going to go and raid our friend JB Henry, who's doing some retro stuff over there. Great friend of the community is JB. Looks like he's playing, God, is that Rocket League? Is that considered retro now? Good Lord, I'm old. Well, it's been a pleasure playing with you all this evening. I hope you've had fun. Thank you again to all our question writers. Congratulations to our winners. I'm going to be back on Tuesday evening. Crossfire and Google that. Very much looking forward to seeing you there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. And until next time, I've been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out. And good night.